All right, welcome to the Browns Wire podcast. This is your host, Josh Keatley. With me, as always, Donovan James. We took a little bit of a week off last week because we did 2 podcasts the week before. If you didn't get a chance to listen, go back, listen to the interview with us with former Illinois receiver, USC receiver, 47-inch vert, Josh Keatley, Bebe. Absolute joy, absolute awesome human being. I wish him the best. But Donovan, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you guys for joining every week and listening. I know we took an off week last week, but yeah, we had 2 podcasts we shelled out. I took a little road trip on Tuesday anyway, so it was like kind of a perfect storm. I had to go I had to go to Atlanta and Macon, Georgia. So I had to make some travels, 3-4 hour drive. So it kind of sucked, but got caught in the weather storm, man. It was rough out here. But I made it back. We're good now, so I'm fine. Go Zags, by the way. Big game tomorrow, trying to make the Final Four, dog. So sorry about Ohio State, man. You know, when we last did the podcast, they had just started March Madness, and they were 2 seed. They lost to Oral Roberts, which I'm sure you've heard a lot of jokes about Oral now, but.
Yeah, you know me. I probably watched 3 minutes of that game. I'm still an Ohio State fan, but just I don't watch basketball. I don't. It's not my thing. I will say I saw that EJ Liddell. I think that was his name. Was getting hate messages online.
Yeah.
That's just terrible. Absolutely terrible. I don't really mind if you do that stuff to professional athletes because they're making millions of dollars and banging models and driving Porsche. You know what I mean? Like I don't really care. Most of those guys should handle it. They're grown men who are making again millions of dollars. But this kid's, he's in college. He's not making any money.
And he's not a pro prospect guy. He was just like a regular player. Just like
so
like he's a guy that's gonna have like a normal job in like a couple, which is fine. But I'm saying he's not like.
It makes it worse. But you're right, it makes it worse. Yeah. And it's not like he wants to miss it on purpose. It's different when you bash a guy like LeBron James because he's always out in the public and he's constantly talking like, you know what I mean? Like LeBron, he has a certain air about him, right? But this kid, I mean, it's just I don't know. I really despise that. I don't really understand. Talking shit to kids. I don't really get the whole. They do that. People do that to recruits too. When recruits like announce that they're going somewhere else. I know. It's super strange. It's so strange to me. Very, very strange to me.
I hate it because like they're Ohio State fans. Like most of these guys are like betting fans. Like I believe me, been drunk at a bar and like I fucking hate this kid. Excuse me, didn't mean to say that. I freaking hate this kid. So much blah blah. Like or this player. But like you lose that, whatever. Your life goes on. Like I still gotta wake up.
Exactly. When you're not messaging him.
Yeah, like messaging him, saying like I know where like so one guy had found his address, dude. Like his parents' address. That's creepy. Like, that's crazy. And that guy, they pressed charges against him because that's what they did. Yeah, he found his parents' address.
I believe it's called doxing.
Is it called doxing? Is that what? Yeah.
I think when you release someone's like address and stuff, personal information online, I think it's called like doxing.
Yeah, there's no room for that. But on the flip side, that's the dark side of it. Flip side, yeah, the Elite 8 games are on, so enjoy if you're watching that. But definitely check this podcast out too. And let's get to it though, man.
Yeah. The Indoor Football League starts up in a month too, and as everybody knows, I am writing for Buckeye Wire full time now. In addition to my duties at Browns Wire, of course, Jeff probably hates me because I have been slacking. But at Buckeye Wire, I've been pumping out some articles. So for the Indoor Football League, if you pay attention to that stuff, I'm going to be highlighting some of the former Buckeyes that are in that league. So that'll be a good piece. Very excited about that. But yeah, let's go ahead. So Donovan and I, this doesn't really pertain to the Cleveland Browns draft plan. The chances of them drafting a quarterback are fairly unlikely. They're obviously set with Baker Mayfield. Now, some of the guys that we might talk about, if they fall, it wouldn't be unfounded for the Browns to take a sleeper in the 7th round, 6th round, try to get a backup for Baker Mayfield. I wouldn't hate it. But Donovan and I have been arguing about, who are top 10 quarterbacks, specifically about Justin Fields, which has propelled us into having a conversation today where we rate our top 10 quarterbacks. We were supposed to have a moderator in Darius Allensworth, but he is currently not on, even though I just texted him.
Where you at, DA? Where you at? Vic's always on. Right? Shout out to Vic. Live feed, guys. Live feed. Yeah, we gotta get DA on. Former Cal Bear. I didn't. didn't text. I didn't text him back, so I'm gonna let Josh do it.
He asked. He said which link. So for those that don't know, Donovan and I use StreamYard, and it not only is it the toughest part about doing this podcast is us trying to find time because we both have full-time jobs. First of all, second of all, finding guests, and third of all, trying to help walk everybody through how to use the stupid little link. So that's everywhere that seems to be our big struggle. But anyway, so Donovan and I have an argument about Justin Fields where he lists on the pecking order. So we decided just to introduce our top 10 quarterbacks and then kind of go from there. Oh, is that Darius?
Did I make it?
Yeah.
Hey, there he goes. There you go.
My bad. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Hey,
so,
I told him
can you guys hear me?
He got a Cal Berkeley education. He figured it out. Man.
Can you guys hear me?
Smart. He's smart. Yeah, we can hear you, man. You're good.
I got the mic. I got the little mic for my streaming. I'll be playing. I got the Twitch going crazy now. So
yeah, drop Twitch, man. Drop your Twitch real fast.
I'm gonna drop my Twitch now. DA, you know what it is. I'll drop it in a little right here. How y'all doing?
Hey. We're good. I just want to thank you, man. Shout out to because really, like the last guest we've had on was from Vic, and that's your boy, man. One for Darius, like we might not have had those guys on because of Vic. So Vic's been cool, good friend of the show, really. Like the past, he was on yeah. Cow game, man.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, Vic's been dope. Vic is definitely the shit. He's been keeping us in the loop, so we do appreciate that. But yeah, we were just talking about you. We were talking about how we're going to go over our top 10 quarterbacks. Our list, Donovan and I have been arguing, so we wanted you to kind of moderate.
Okay. Jared Goff, number one.
No, that's Cal. No, we're doing the draft.
I didn't throw him a shout out,
We're doing draft the quarterbacks from this year's draft, though.
Okay.
So, and Ross Bowers ain't gonna be number one. I'm sorry, dog. He's good though.
No. I know.
Because I know you Cal guys are connected, man. But yeah. Mm-hmm. But no, we wanted to do that and then to kind of get your tidbits on some other stuff too. So, welcome to the Browns Wire podcast. This is I know the first time you've been on the show. I know definitely appreciated Josh and too. So yeah, USA Today. Sports Media Group, Josh Keatley show, not mine. I just talk.
No, that's not. Donovan doesn't take credit for how much work he really puts into this podcast, especially with me be slacking with the Buckeye Wire. So Donovan's really been stepping up. So this is Donovan's show as well. Doing a great job. Now, did you want to kick it off? I'll let you kick it off. I'll let you do the honors.
Yeah. Oh, so you want me to go through like my 1 through 10, or you want to go 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3?
Let's do 1, 1. Let's draw it out.
Number one. Trevor Lawrence has been my number one quarterback for like 6 years. So
I know.
I do high school football recruiting, so it's like nothing's changed really from Cartersville,
That's
Georgia.
fair.
I covered him obviously like in high school, in Cartersville, and Justin. Him and Justin, both from Georgia, Kennesaw, Georgia. Justin and Cartersville. That's like a 45-minute drive from each other. So they've always been kind of linked and connected. So I got Trevor Lawrence, but it's not. Trevor Lawrence is a generational quarterback. I'm not saying he's by far the best like some people, but he's my number one quarterback. I like his intangibles. I like the mental makeup of him too. Wish he put on a little weight. He's tall and skinny, but he'll put on weight.
He's like 220, 230. I thought he was like 230.
No, he came in at 6'6", 217 or 6. Yeah,
is that right?
Yeah, so he's 6. He was 6'5" and 5'8" and 217.
That's what Clemson had him listed this year.
That was his pro day. Like that's what he came in.
Really? Okay.
That's his actual. Yeah, he's a little skinnier than people thought. He's not 225. He's 217. So. But he did say he lost some weight because of COVID, but I didn't have COVID. I don't know. Josh, you had. I don't know how bad it is.
I had it.
You had it too? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, COVID a while ago, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But he's 217. He's too skinny though. You look at him; he's got small legs.
He
can put on,
skinny.
Weight room. You get in the NFL weight room, you put on weight. But that's my number one quarterback. I got Trevor. I'll go ahead.
Yeah, there's no argument there. I didn't think we were going to argue about that. It looks like he's going to be the number one quarterback. It looks like he's going to be the number one pick. I know you guys saw that Urban Meyer came out and basically said it today, or was it yesterday? But it's kind of a done deal. There's not really anything wrong with him. I mean, the worst part about his game, I guess, would be his timing. Sometimes he throws up a lot of YOLO balls to his studly receivers.
You like that though. You like that in your quarterback though. He gives his people a chance to win. You know, a lot of quarterbacks be timid. He uses his arm and gives his receivers a chance to make a play. So they'll love him out there in Jacksonville. DJ Shark, right? DJ Shark out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
They had a good running back rookie, right? Too as well.
Yeah,
Robinson.
Yeah, they got they got another receiver I like too. Man, what's his name? Josh, you might know. They got another receiver off of DJ Shark, like a smaller receiver.
I don't know.
I can't think of his name right now. I'll get back to it. But yeah, they're building. They just picked up free agents too, though. They picked up.
Yeah, they spent a lot of money. They spent a lot of money in free agency. Marvin Jones. They just signed Marvin Jones, and then they have Laviska Shenault that they drafted last year.
Yeah, that's who it is. Look, yeah, they got Marvin Jones, Laviska Shenault, and DJ Shark. That's some big receivers.
And they drafted Colin Johnson last year. They signed Philip Dorsett.
Colin Johnson in Texas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll see what they can do.
Like 6'5". And Dorsett is fast. I mean, he got hurt last year. He's one of the faster receivers. And so they got some weapons. They still probably could add another, little spell running back with James, and obviously got to build that O-line. That's the most important thing. But
yeah.
But
there's not
number one's easy. So we both agree on line. But here, this is where the list starts. All right. So number 2 for me.
Oh my God! I got some outlandish.
Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson's number 2. This is where me and Josh. Zach Wilson.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Really?
Zachary Capono Wilson. I didn't know his middle name was. I did not know Zach Wilson was Polynesian, like part. By the way, his dad is half. Yeah, his dad's half. His dad's half. His dad's half. Yeah. So I didn't know that. I saw his middle name was Capono. I was like, that's weird. But I looked
no, we made fun of that earlier because he was the they do the Polynesian Awards and he was the quarterback for the Polynesian team. Yeah.
So confused. Yeah, but
yeah.
No, I got Zach Wilson.
That's pretty count, bro.
I know he's like a quarter Polynesian. Yeah.
No, dude, I think he's half. I thought
there's no way.
His dad's half, so that makes him a quarter.
Are you sure? I thought. I feel weird trying to figure out what race he is, but I thought one of his parents was full blown from the islands. No,
his dad is from Hawaii, but his dad's mom is white, so that makes.
Oh, is that right?
A quarter. Okay. It don't even matter. He's still the number 2 quarterback.
Well, there's got to be some rules to. I mean,
I think it's just.
Polynesian. As long as you like Sua, right?
Yeah, as long as you have some Polynesian.
So you think if you can at least trace back some Polynesian blood, then you can be up for the awards?
Well, 25% is a lot, though. I mean, that's a quarter of your blood.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, enough to win an award? I don't know. I just feel like if I was having an award for indigenous people or whatever.
I think Halafunga won an award for that, or he was second from US. So he's full, obviously. Halafunga from USC.
Is this a politically correct conversation? Are we allowed to talk about this? I don't know. I don't know what we're allowed to talk about.
I don't know. I don't care really. It's whatever. I just know Darius is black screen right now. But
did we lose Darius?
You might have lost him for a second. But I can still hear the audio, so you might not go. No, I still hear him a little bit.
Oh, you hear him? I don't even hear him.
I heard him, I thought. But I know he agrees with me because we already talked about this like often. But
how is that possible? How to explain?
Exactly.
So we disagree. For those that don't know, I have Justin Fields. So
okay,
Donovan, explain yourself.
I've had Fields at 2 for a while, actually. I am buying into the hype train. The thing about Zach Wilson for me, I saw a glimpse of greatness from Zach Wilson the year before, even though he struggled a little bit. The USC game,
we got hurt.
He did get hurt, but he played in that USC game 2 years ago because I remember USC losing that game in triple overtime. That's one of the best games USC's played, even though they lost. Keaton Slovis was really hot. I remember JT got hurt. Keaton was hot. Like they were like, this kid's the truth, which he is. Zach Wilson played him, especially in clutch moments in overtime, and just looking at what the NFL is now and what they you need to be in the quarterback. Like he has all the titles to me. He's a really good player, man. He's feisty, fierce, man. He's a competitor, and he can play, man. He's very
athletic. Too. He might be the most athletic quarterback in the class.
extends plays like a lot, and he makes some wild throws. I know it's not all about the wild throws. I'm not going to compare everyone to Rodgers and Mahomes. Probably too much fun. And Kyler Murray. Like, those three guys are like the most exciting quarterbacks to me. But he has a little bit of his. I'm not going to compare him to those three, but he has a little bit of Mahomes, a little bit of Rodgers, a little bit of Kyler in his game, man. And he's got the flair too, because Trevor is very marketable. But I mean, Zach Wilson's right up there with the marketability and the wow factor. It just box
He
office.
might be more marketable.
Oh, he might be. You see that smile, man? He got the smile.
He might be. My thing with Zach Wilson is the reason why he's my number. I don't think he's played with really good football players yet. He's played with some good football players, but he hasn't played with the talent that Trevor Lawrence has played with.
No, he has not. And his best receiver was hurt. Matt Bushman was out here, and he still put up those numbers.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
His O line is pretty good. I'll give him that. But I mean,
yeah, but still, I mean, Clemson's.
I get that. I mean, Justin Fields' talent is just as good as Mac Jones, all those guys. But I mean. I give Zach Wilson credit for. I'm not like a big school, small school guy. I just want to see like a smaller school like BYU play. Like when I saw him play big competition, like the USC game I was talking about, he outplayed Keaton. He played well. He played up. He played football basically. Like now this year his schedule, was weird. BYU they didn't play any Power 5 schools, but the Coastal Carolina game that everybody talks about, where that was the toughest team they played, and that was kind of his toughest game. He had
which was a big game, which was good.
It was a big game.
So when you talk about the talent argument, the point. So when Clemson, we talk about Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence have better offensive lines, better weapons, yada yada yada. It's comparable to who they're playing. Well, BYU, even though their talent was less, they were playing less talented teams. Coastal Carolina still had some dogs on the defensive line. Taron Jackson is going to be drafted.
Some dogs on the whole team. Number one, Marble, was that his name? The slot receiver?
CJ Maribel. Yeah.
Maribel. Oh, my gosh.
Navy is always a very aggressive defense, so it's not like his team – it's not like BYU was way, way, way better than everybody else. And again, Matt Bushman was out, and Matt Bushman was the dude. People forget how good Matt Bushman was 2 years ago. Matt Bushman's
great. Yeah, great. Brady Christensen's great, too. I don't want to take credit away from Dax Milan. Is that how you say his last name? Milan?
He's not Matt Bushman.
Well, no, I'm saying he's good though. Like he's
okay.
Brady Christensen's like a top 100 player. Like what I mean? Like
is he?
Yeah, I think so. He's like 85 to 100 range. I say. Like BYU have good players. It's BYU.
I don't know.
It's that. People were kind of talking like in the media. BYU is like some. Like it's BYU. They've had Heisman Trophy winners. They won a national championship for this. Is
a long time ago.
Hey, I played against BYU. Like. We got 25 years on the team. When you get BYU's report and you see their ages, you're like, damn. 25, 27.
That's true. Well, that going on.
Man. Here we grown-ass man on this field.
Darius, we grew up in the IE, the LDS community. Like, I'm sure you played with some kids that were LDS of faith. Like, they went on missions and stuff. So that's how, how it is. But, like, I agree with you. I'm just saying, like, not you guys. It's like BYU. I don't think BYU is some, like, he took some, like, small school to the promised land. Like, this is BYU football. I love Zach Wilson.
Why do you have him ahead of Fields, though? I like Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson is my number 3 quarterback. I think he's extremely athletic.
Fields is my number 3 quarterback, so we're not like far off on it.
I don't. How? What's Zach Wilson got that Fields doesn't have?
I think it's the arm. I think his arm is different.
His deep ball accuracy was the best in the country, and that's a big deal.
Zach Wilson's.
Yeah, the deep ball, 25 yards or over. So deep ball passes. And he takes those risks, man. Fields is slow in reading stuff.
No, quit that.
He's slower than Zach Wilson. It's close, man. I'm not saying like
it's close. It's close, but it's close. But like I see that Justin Fields does better than Zach Wilson is mobility, probably. But it's not that far off. It's not that far off.
Zach Wilson has the most upside of any quarterback in the draft, even higher than Trevor Lawrence. Like
I disagree.
I think Trevor Lawrence is a safe bet. Like he's not going to be.
I don't know about more upside than Trevor.
I think Trevor Lawrence is not going to be a bust at all. He'll be good at least. Like Andrew Luck was good. Did he have potential? No, but he was still good. Trevor Lawrence or Zach Wilson can be.
Whoa! Andrew Luck. Why did you just slander Andrew Luck like that for?
He's not going to the Hall of Fame. He's not. Is he going to the Hall of Fame? Because that's what everyone's saying.
He retired.
Well, he didn't live up to the hype. He retired early.
You know, but you're not really wrong.
Live up to the hype though. That means they're just completely trash. Like
no,
I know 10, 15 franchises that would have took that time for Andrew Luck.
No, I'm saying live up to the hype though. Like
I know what you're saying.
You do the draft stuff like
because it's not like if you look back at number one,
Manning, dude. Yeah, like,
he's not Jamarcus Russell and he's not Brady and he's not, but he's also not. Steve Young. He's not Cam Newton. He's not Peyton Manning.
Like, during that span, like the Browns wouldn't have taken him. So a bunch of teams would have taken him.
No, you're right. You're right.
But I know in the grand scheme of things, though, he did not live up to the hype.
He was an amazing quarterback. Yeah,
very good.
If he came back right now, he would still get courted by 15 or 10 teams. So yeah, you're right.
But if Trevor Lawrence has the career that Andrew, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. What you're saying is if Trevor Lawrence has the career that Andrew Luck had, statistically in length or whatever, the exact career, it would be a disappointment, right?
Yes. It's not saying he's not good. It's just a disappointment. A little bit. You know what I mean? It's okay.
Right. It was a short career. He only went to the playoffs a couple times.
Zach Wilson can be just as good as Kyler Murray or I'm not going Aaron Rodgers and
I think he's better than Kyler right now.
Wow. I'm a big Kyler Murray guy. You are too. You're a bigger Kyler Murray guy than me coming out. So that's
he was Kyler guy, but there's something different about Zach Wilson, man. There's something different. And I've seen a lot of people throw the ball. I've been around a lot of people throwing the ball. He's different. He's one of those different guys.
I do agree with
let me ask this real fast, Josh. Sorry. I know I've been talking about because you play with the number one overall pick. You were with him for 3 years. Like, what do you think about Zach Wilson compared to Goff? I know they're different type quarterbacks, but coming out, who was better in your opinion? Like
Zach Wilson.
Okay,
Zach Wilson could throw on a run better than Jared could throw on a run.
Jared's throwing dimes, man. Jared.
Yeah, but
the game, me and Josh are talking.
Go look at Jared's film. It's a lot of from the pocket. Go look at it. He's throwing dimes from the pocket. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. Back there throwing dimes, but it's not on the run, and that's very key. That's why I feel like he has a little bit of struggling. That's what I got rid of him in LA. I feel because on that run, he struggles a little bit. Like sometimes he's on, sometimes he's off, but he's very inconsistent on the run. So on the run, Zach Wilson on the run he's on the run. He's in the pocket.
He's very athletic. He's very athletic. Mm-hmm. Dude, it would surprise me.
He's been playing with people that really – some people don't care about football over there. They got other missions. They got other things they worry about. He even got people that's grinding football 24/7. Just
it wouldn't surprise me if he had a faster 40. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he had a faster 40 than Justin Fields. I get what you're saying.
No.
It wouldn't surprise me. You've seen stuff like that happen before, though, right? It wouldn't be completely shocking.
I
think Zach Wilson ran a 4.6
before COVID. Now everyone's running 4.3. All right, I would run a 4.2.
Justin's like a 4.4 flat, 4.41 guy, man. I think Zach's like a 4.5, 4.4, 4.9. guy. He's athletic, but he's like
I go from 4.5 to 4.9. You know how big
I was thinking that they were both going to be like 4.6 guys.
No, not Fields, dude. Fields.
You think he's that fast?
Fields running 4.4.
That's why Fields.
He's fine too. He's for sure running 4.4.
Fields is a top 10 pick still to me. Like I'm not trying to diss Justin Fields because I'm at 3.
That's fast. That's a fast quarterback. A 4.4.
Yeah, he's 6'3", 227. Like so he came in at
like
he's 6'3", 227 and runs like a 4.4. Like yeah, I mean
what did Terrell Pryor run? Because he's not as fast as Terrell Pryor was.
4.46.
4.46.
That's what I think.
He's not as fast as Terrell Pryor, right? No way.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I think Fields is all. That's one thing.
Braxton Miller's 40 was rough. Braxton was quick. He didn't have the straight line speed.
I feel like he's in game speed though.
He was very quick.
Well, Justin Fields' straight line speed is really good. He's not as shifty. Like when you look at him, it kind of Josh, you've seen.
Well, either way, I had Justin Fields ahead of Zach Wilson, so I know that he's
They said Terrell Pryor ran a 4.38.
My God.
Yeah,
I believe that. The guy's
I think Justin's a 4.43, 4.44 guy, like around that. They say 4.31. But
well, we'll see tomorrow. Ohio State's Pro Days tomorrow. We'll see.
He's running.
Yeah,
I thought so.
He's running.
He ran a 40 last week and ran like a 4.2.
Yeah,
I don't even know why they're running these 40s. For what reason?
I know. It's borderline embarrassing at this point.
Everyone's just running 4.43s.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing at this point.
You got to get Daniel Jeremiah's times, man. He's been the most accurate. I feel like he's been at like a lot of the big plays.
What makes him accurate about it?
Daniel Jeremiah, I just trust him, man. He's always on point, dude. I trust DJ, and he's from he lives in Temecula, he lives in Temecula too. So
hey, all I'm saying, this right here, where all the training agents around you and all the money getting shifted around, I don't believe.
Oh yeah. I mean, all right, fine. I'll give in. We'll move Zach Wilson in our Browns Wire podcast rankings. Zach Wilson goes to 2 and Justin Fields goes to 3 because I've been outvoted. Well, I do think I want to say one more thing about Justin Fields. I think the deep ball accuracy BS stat that you're referring to, I think a lot of that was because Justin Fields in those 2 games where he was missing Olave due to COVID and his offensive lineman, as he was throwing up a lot of YOLO balls to freshman wide receivers, and they just couldn't. They weren't on the same page. But I see your point. Zach Wilson has great touch, and he's a freak athlete, so I get it. I understand it. Who's your number 4 quarterback?
Mac Jones.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'll lie.
You're nodding. You agree? Mac Jones over Trey Lance.
Mac Jones is.
I talked to Donovan about you a week ago. I have no. Hey, Trey Lance is a baller. He looks like he's a baller. But listen. I cannot trust a Division I AA quarterback for my franchise. I'm sorry.
That's the only reason.
It's not. That's the big reason. The talent disparity is definitely there. And I mean, Carson Wentz could have proved me wrong, but then he start coming down here once people start getting film of him. So it's just very tough for me. That's just very tough for me. So I hope he proves me wrong. I
don't even have a problem
with Mac Jones for me.
Playing at North Dakota State, really. It's just me, Mac Jones. Again, some of this for me is a little different because I have been following this kid since like high school. I'm just seeing Mac Jones. Mac Jones has been this good when he was at both high school in Jacksonville playing against Sean Wade. I watched him play versus Sean Wade. Like, he played well. Like, he went to Trinity Christian Academy in Jacksonville. Yeah, I just know like Sean Wade a lot.
But
Mac Jones has been good. Like, he got his chance. He waited it out, which he should have. I'm glad he did. He sat behind Tua. And all he did was go put up better stats and better numbers than him. And he had one of his best receivers. He had one of his best receivers on. He played an SEC schedule for 12 games. He didn't play Chattanooga State and some crappy schools because Alabama plays like 3 gimmies.
Yes,
no,
but
he has played 3 all SEC schedule, and he had the best efficiency rating of all time.
I get that. I have him as a first round prospect. I really do. Okay. I get that. I don't. He was my next quarterback. I don't hate him, but he's not a star. He's not your leading man. He's not. He's not going to be. You ever who like. There's actors.
He might be a Kirk Cousins type quarterback, but it's also.
And I don't want to draft him in the first round. I don't want to draft. He has a low ceiling. He has a low ceiling. Huh?
Where do you think Trey Lance is going to be?
He's 5. I have him at 5.
No. He said he's going to drop. He's going to be a Kirk Cousins type quarterback.
Yes.
So what do you think Trey Lance is going to be?
I think Trey Lance has the potential. I think he's got an insanely high ceiling. I think he's an insane. Yeah, if he goes to the right system in the right place, I mean, he could be the best quarterback in this draft. The problem with Trey Lance is it's not that I don't think it's the talent. It's that he not only did he play at North Dakota State, but North Dakota State runs the ball. Do you know what I mean? So that's the problem I have with Trey Lance is that dude, you just made it worse for me. Right, no,
I
I get that. I'm not saying his game is perfect, but Mac Jones reminds me of like an actor that you see and you're like Stanley Tucci as the actor. Like that guy's he's in like he's looking like 1,000 movies, but if he's the leading man, you're like, man, that ain't George Clooney.
Yeah, I get
you know
that.
what I mean?
Mac, yeah, I get that about Mac.
And I don't want to draft that.
I watched. I love Quincy Avery, by the way. Like he's crazy, but I love QA, his coach, and Trey Lance did a good job at his pro day. He did a lot of different things. That's what I like. Pro days, quarterback kind of look the same, the scripted, blah blah blah. But Trey Lance showed a lot of things. You got to think Trey Lance is also the youngest.
He can do it all.
He's only 20.
He can do it all. Physically, he can do it all.
Yeah, he doesn't turn the ball over a lot, which I like. I mean, the dude had no interceptions in the whole season.
There's no question that Trey Lance checks every single box you could want. The problem is he comes from a smaller school. They run the small school runs the ball, right?
Yeah.
And the other problem is that he sat out, so he doesn't have a whole lot of starting experience under his belt, right? He played one game this year, and it wasn't exactly great. And he ran the ball. I think he was like the leading rusher on the team. So I mean, I get it. He definitely has his flaws.
He's a high project. That's what.
I would rather have that.
Yeah.
I guess it comes down
project, but he's like a high project, like.
Yeah, I guess it depends what you want. If you're a team like the Patriots or the Niners and you're close to winning the Super Bowl and you just need a distributor, maybe Mac Jones is your guy. But if you're the Lions and you suck and you're ready to press the restart button, maybe you take Trey Lance. Does that make sense?
He's like, hold on. Chill. A good situation for – I mean, all of this is situational. Darius knows that. I mean, being around so many guys, and, getting tryouts yourself in the NFL, like, it's all situational and what team you get on. But as far as Trey Lance, I think some of these guys are, like, generational. Like, Mahomes, like, obviously, he was in the best situation possible, but like I think he would have been good regardless. That's what I think with Trevor. That's what I think with Zach. Now, I think there's a gap. I think with Justin, it gets a little bit more situational.
That's tough to say that.
Mac, it gets a little bit more situational with Trey Lance.
For sure,
he's got to be. He reminds me of Mr. Trubisky. Honestly,
Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Of who?
That's not terrible. I get it. It's not terrible. I get what you're saying.
He's tall.
Terrible.
Mr. Trubisky's stats, if you actually look at it, as bad as.
But it's not. I'm saying it's not a terrible comparison. Like
That's why you can't just look at stats, like because.
Yeah.
If you like, even your boy Jared Goff stats, and I love JG, man, but like Jared Goff stats aren't bad. Like if you look at his stats, like why is he getting traded? But if you watch the game, you're like, he's not playing as good as he should. Well, same with Mr. Trubisky, like he's not playing as good as he should. But like, and Mr. Trubisky's one of the better running quarterbacks, and I think Trey Lance will definitely be one of the most mobile quarterbacks from day one.
Yeah.
But as far as like throwing interceptions and he'll have a low completion percentage, so I think under 60. That's not where you want to be. And
I don't know because he's the type if someone's not open, he just takes off. That's his problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that could be a good thing and a problem. It depends what team you're on. So
that's a problem.
It could be. I mean, I think Kyler's like that though. Still, that's his bugaboo. Is like he takes off. He's in a perfect situation though.
But that's Kyler Murray.
Well, Trey Lance is a hell of an athlete though, man. He's 6'4".
He's Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray athlete.
I think so.
He's
right?
A lot. He's close though, dude. He's way bigger.
He's way bigger.
He's bigger than they like. He's bigger than
Kyler Murray move.
No, Kyler Murray.
Man, I'm pretty sure. It'll be interesting.
Trey Lance is a sick athlete, man.
Has he had his pro day yet?
He got recruited at. Yeah.
What's the toughest team they played against? I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm just really asking.
They played Nebraska, Minnesota.
They played Nebraska.
Yeah.
You want North Dakota State?
Yeah, they played.
I mean, they play in a tough conference in the 1AA, and they go to the championship.
Yeah, I know.
So they're playing.
They played Nebraska.
I mean, they played James Madison. James Madison always puts.
I had a friend that played safety for them, so I know the school is great. But I just want to know who they played like outside of their conference.
I think they played Minnesota. They played Minnesota and Nebraska, right?
Yeah,
that's the one.
Yeah,
I don't know. Well, no, he wasn't the starting quarterback. I think it was what was the quarterback before Trey Lance? It was Carson. Not Carson Wentz. It was after Carson Wentz, middle of Trey Lance.
Oh, Easton Stick.
Easton Stick, yeah, that was their quarterback for that game. Easton Stick.
He's on Madden.
He's on the Chargers.
Is he still with the Chargers?
Yeah, he's
probably not. They didn't sign Chase McDaniel, right?
Yeah, he's probably not anymore. He was behind Herbert.
Or Chase.
He was behind Herbert.
Daniel or Daniels?
Chase Daniel, yeah.
Chase Daniels.
Yeah.
He's stealing money from the NFL. Oh my god.
They might have released Easton Still, or he might be on the practice squad. I don't know, but
all right. So
either way, I
got
all right. So the official Browns Wire. Yeah, the official Browns Wire rankings. You guys outvoted me again. So we got Mac Jones at 4, and everybody's got Trey Lance at 5, or is there someone you have? Okay.
No, I got Trey Lance at 5. Yeah.
Who's your number 6?
I won't say anything.
Davis Mills from Stanford.
I got Kyle Trask.
I got Kyle Trask too. He's
Kyle Trask. Okay.
I got Kyle Trask at 7. I got Kyle Trask at 7.
What? Why do you got David? Why you got Davis Mills?
I mean, he's really close to Mac Jones in similarity wise, but he's got a little Trey Lance in him too. He ran a really, and Darius can attest to this because Palo Alto is not too far from Berkeley. For some reason, every time y'all have a pro day, it rains, right? You know this. This is like an ongoing thing, right?
Guess what? Guess what? The only pro day it didn't rain was Jared's pro day. How crazy is it? The sun was just in the last 10 years. The only pro day that didn't rain was the sun was just out. Magically.
Yeah, I told you. I knew I was gonna push a button with that, but I had to mention it because I saw a Cal Berkeley writer talk about it. That's like a cursed thing up in Palo Alto, and
like it rained in the morning for Jared's pro day and Bryce's pro day, and then right when like it started, it just a shot. The sun just came out. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah. Shout out Bryce Treggs, by the way. I watched Davis Mills pro day. I liked it. I thought he was a lot more athletic. I know you guys were talking about the numbers and how crazy it was, but he's more athletic than people think. He's kind of a sneaky athlete. He ran a 4.56. I don't know.
No way. Did he really?
He did.
He ran a 4.56. Yeah, but he's a sneaky athlete, man. He's built. Like he's got what did Mike Mayock always said, tree trunk for legs, and Mike Mayock.
I mean, he's a good passer. He's definitely very accurate. But he's only got like 8 starts under his belt. Right? Maybe less than that. I think it's less than that.
He was behind KJ Costello, and that Mississippi State transfer. He got hurt. He had
better than him.
He's only got 5 starts. He's only got 5 starts then.
Yeah, so how you have a fixed quarterback with 5 starts, and Kyle Trask is doing what he's doing at Florida? Talk to me. Explain, please.
Davis Mills has a lot of throws, though. It's not just about stars. Look at their passing attempts. Like, Davis Mills had to come in for KJ Costello a lot 2 years prior to. And the reason KJ left is because Davis Mills was named starter. So,
for sure.
Say KJ Costello is better, but David Shaw went with Davis Mills more talented than KJ.
I didn't say KJ Costello is better. I said
I like KJ. I feel bad because
he's better.
KJ is coming on the show next week, so I don't want to say too much bad stuff because I like KJ and I like Davis too. I talked to Davis not too long ago and his mom. Shout out Don Mills, but he is better. He's a better quarterback, Davis Mills, than KJ Costello. I mean, David Shaw picked him over.
Well, I got Davis Mills at number. I got Davis Mills at number 7. So we'll go. Okay. And you got Kyle Trask at 7.
On the list. I got Trask at 7. I like Trask too. I feel bad for having Trask, but I like that Mills is upside. I know he hasn't had a lot of starts, but he's really talented. This is a guy that won. When Elite 11 happened, he won that event. Kind of came out of nowhere, and I'm being a little biased. He's from Georgia as well. He's with Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence. They're all from like Atlanta area, but yeah, he's from a smaller school in Georgia. But he's a smart kid too, man. And I don't want to be cliche like Jeff said and saying every Stanford player is just way smarter than everybody.
Yeah.
But he is a double major man, biomedical engineer. I don't know if that matters to the NFL. Everyone talks about how smart Davis Mills is. I think he'll get it early and often. He's still young too. He's only 21. For him to be like a senior, he's actually pretty young for his class.
But we're rolling with. Because Darius agreed with me, we're going to have Trask at 6 and Mills at 7.
That's fine. You guys outvoted me. I still have Trask. I mean, it's close. Trask is that tape. Trask has.
See, I thought Trask.
Davis Mills.
I thought Trask looked smarter on film than Davis Mills. Trask dishes it, dude. Like it feels like he knows where to go with it. Trask is his issue is he doesn't have a strong arm.
What I said about Zach Wilson, like he gives his people a chance to make the play. Granted, he did have some boys. Kyle Pitts is.
Yeah, that's the problem because some of his balls were rough. Deep.
He had Trayvon Grimes, Kadarius Toney.
Yeah, he had some boys, but hey, can't fault him.
Stanford had a bad team this year too.
Yes, they did.
They were down, but they were not normal. I'm sorry, Darius. Like, I don't want to talk about Stanford anymore, but They had a down year, man. Like they were really bad this year, and
I hate that school so much, man.
Davis Mills kept it together. Yeah, and by the way, I would love to have KJ on with Darius, by the way, because they played against each other.
Okay, I'll pick them
next
off.
week.
I don't care. I'll pick them off.
Do it.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Hey, anybody I picked off,
you picked them off.
I can smile. I picked them off, so I'm cool with KJ.
You picked them off?
Yeah, the 100 big game. Go look at the stats before the half.
Damn.
That's right, you did pick them off. That was that a road game?
Yeah, we lost.
I remember.
We lost going into the last 5 minutes. Ross did some head. I don't want to talk about it.
That's fine. We'll move on from Stanford. We do have to talk about KJ Costello again, though. But not yet.
So, who's your number 8 quarterback?
Okay, this is a forgotten man right here, Jamie Newman.
Okay, cool.
I got him too.
All right, cool.
Okay, I thought people forgot about him because
I have him above Mills.
Wow. Me too.
That's fair.
No, I guess no, I don't. I'm sorry. I do have him right directly behind Mills.
Newman.
I have Mills 8. Is this 8?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have Newman, Trask, Newman, Mills.
Okay. When Newman came in from Sam Hartman at Wake Forest.
Yes.
He replaced him. I like Sam Hartman too, but he was better than Sam Hartman when he replaced him.
He's got flashes of greatness for sure.
He does have flashes of greatness. I wanted to see him play so bad at UGA this year, but it just didn't work out that way. But
that was kind of fishy. Because he said it was due to the pandemic, but he did it really late. Like he already went through fall practice and shit, right?
It was super late. They just
most guys.
I mean, I talked to
that guy.
Well, JT was out still though. So
it is really questionable. That's definitely his. That's the big red flag for me. Why did he do it?
It was Jamie's job because JT was still not even cleared to play, and it was just Stetson and Dwayne Mathis.
But we didn't know. We didn't know when JT was going to play though. I don't know why he did it the way he did it, but it's weird.
JT Daniels' dad did all that. Apparently, was what Jake Roos is saying. He's a beat writer for Georgia. He said JT Daniels' dad had a private doctor because he was cleared by UGA, but his private doctor back in Orange County wouldn't let him play until whatever week 6 or whatever. I don't know.
Whatever. That's
modern day kids are, dear.
That's the biggest red flag I have for Newman because it just was
modern
weird.
day, like kids living in Temecula, driving to modern day every day. Kid live by Pachanga, driving to Santa Ana every day.
Too far, bro, for high school. I'm sorry. I'm not waking up that early.
You know what I'm talking about? The corner.
Sure.
Yeah. I know. There's a corner. He's a top corner. He lives in the
top 10 player in the nation.
Right now.
Right? Hicks? Is it Hicks?
I don't know what his name is, but I know he's top 10 in the nation. About to go. I don't know where. I think he's going to SC. He's going to SC. Modern day corner. He's going to SC, I think.
I have to look it up, but I don't want to get. I mean, look it up though, because I want. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, but I do have Newman. That situation was. I mean, he's
Jackson, Demami Jackson, whatever his name is.
Okay, yeah, Jack. Yeah, he committed to SC.
Yeah, he's like a top 25 player in the nation. He lives in Temecula and drives all the way to Santa Ana every day. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, JT was living. Well, JT was in Newport, so that's not too far. But anyway, I like Jamie Newman. I think he has the potential. Obviously, he only played 1 year, really. But same thing. I mean, I like Davis Mills, so I can't really.
No. Jamie Newman's got 3 years to start. He's
not a year and a half.
He started at least 2 years at Wake Forest.
I thought it was a year and a half.
Man, I don't think so, dude. I thought he had at least 2 years.
Sam Hartman went down pretty early, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Sam Hartman. Why does that name sound so familiar?
Because he was supposed to be the shit.
QB1. He's pretty good.
That was him?
Yeah.
And Jamie Newman beat him out.
Wow.
Yeah.
But all those guys didn't do really well.
Hartman didn't get beat out. He got hurt. I mean, he just didn't get.
He never got his job back.
He started last year.
After Newman left. That doesn't count if the dude leaves.
Yeah, but Newman transferred to Georgia. He left. He could have stayed at Wake Forest. Why did he leave? How you gonna? That's why it's sketchy. Why are you starting at Wake Forest? You leave and go to Georgia and you sit out of you. It doesn't make any sense. Something had to.
It doesn't make any sense. That to me, I don't. You are allowed to sit out. I don't dig you at all. It's really weird. It's really weird what he did at Georgia. What went down at Georgia is super fishy.
Like Darius, you're starting quarterback. You're about to go in your third year starting at Wake Forest. You leave to go to a bigger school, Georgia. I get because they're playing for titles. Then you just sit out.
Well, if you're going to sit out during the COVID too, you would have done it in the spring or the summer. But he went through practices. He went through practices.
We have to do some more.
I think he didn't want to get hurt.
I'll figure it out for you guys.
I know Quincy Avery.
I'll call receiver that used to play for me or play for Cal. Oh, D-Rob. I'll text D-Rob and ask him what was that about.
Demetrius, man, get Demetrius out of trouble, bro. What you get? Tell him to chill, man.
He got in trouble?
Yeah, man. He got like detained by campus police for like stealing a moped on campus. Nothing crazy, but like kind of.
I did not know that, bro.
Yeah, he got caught stealing a moped on campus. Demetrius Robinson from Georgia.
Isn't he out of Georgia? Is he in the NFL now?
No, he's
back. No, he's back at Georgia, but
got another year, right? Because COVID, right?
He got they suspended him from off-season like violations.
He could have just stayed on the West Coast. He would have been
George Pickens. George Pickens just tore his ACL again, so he might be playing a lot more.
He should have. He could have just stayed in the West Coast, been Pac-12 for 3 years, and then went to the league, and they would have found out in the league he can't run routes, and then he would already been paid. It's too late now.
Hey, he's a he's a Georgia legend, man, track legend out there.
Yeah, he's the fastest person he tore my hamstring. Damn. People think I'm joking. He really he came in and
he told me that story.
It's crazy.
But I like Newman. And I hope he gets the chance. He's definitely a project quarterback. I mean, he's got to be a backup. You don't expect him to start right away. But I hope he gets in a good spot. There's some teams that fourth, fifth round range, I think, for him. He is Quincy Avery's Quincy Avery's his quarterback coach, and that's the same quarterback coach as Trey Lance, and they're kind of similar a little bit to me. I feel like a little bit, right?
So after Jamie Newman, I have a huge drop off. Just so you know. But who's your number 9?
He's gonna say Kellen Mond.
Kellen Mond.
I already knew. I know him the back of my hand.
Me too. I got him too.
That's cool.
But I don't want him starting for me. I don't think he's ever gonna be. I don't.
This is gonna be kind of bad. This is gonna be kind of bad, but hear me out, man. I'm just about longevity in a career. Josh Dobbs is still in the NFL, right? On the Steelers, since 5th year. Josh Dobbs.
Well, he got traded to the Jags for a bit. Is he back with the Steelers now?
He's still Josh Dobbs is on the Steelers. On the Jags, excuse me. He's on the Jags now. He got drafted. Yeah. He's hanging around the NFL. Yeah, what does Bill always say? Having a cup of tea. He's had a long cup of tea in the NFL, bro. 5 years.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Mon at worst can be a Josh Dobbs, and that's at worst. At best, he could be a low end starter, a top starter.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't know about the comparison. Dobbs is because Dobbs is one of those guys you're talking about where he's like a doctor or whatever. Remember, he's got
space engineer.
He's a really smart guy. He's bright. He's clean. Kellen Mond he's going to be a guy where
he's tough as hell, dude.
He's got a lot of really good traits. Like his arm is huge. He's got a huge arm. Probably got the strongest arm in the class, but he's not accurate at all. Like he just, you know what I mean? Like it's like what does it matter how big your arm is if you can't throw it where you want to throw it? Does that make sense?
It does make sense. He's almost kind of like they might move his position.
I think you're right. I think he can be a quarterback in the NFL for a long time. It's just when he starts again, it'll be like when Landry Jones comes in for the Steelers, where everybody just goes, "Oh, good, that's an easy win." You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're talking about. Well, I don't think Landry. You mean the Oklahoma State?
Oh my God.
Yeah, you went way back.
I went, yeah.
You're talking about. You're talking about
the XFL. My bad.
Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph, yeah.
No,
yeah,
he'll be like
the cop still works.
He'll be that.
It still works, yeah.
Or what's the kid from the 49ers that came in for Jimmy G? That kind of like
CJ Beathard.
Beathard's not horrible, but
that's
not going to be
a better example.
That's a better
example because they're both big, and Beathard has a huge arm. And Beathard had a little bit of hype at Iowa. He had a little bit of hype at Iowa, just like Kellen Mond.
Kellen's an
That's a
athlete
good
too.
example.
I mean, IMG, when I watched that kid play, man, with Trey Sanders, he's a supreme athlete. All those guys at IMG are, but like, he's an athlete. 6'3", 215. I think he runs in the 4.55 range.
He's got a lot of good traits. He's that dude when you're playing Madden and he's like a 40 overall, you still win games with him because he's, you know what I mean? Because he's got like a 90 arm strength.
40
he's got
overall,
like 80 speed.
40 overall anymore, Madden.
Johnson, you'd be like
50 overall, whatever.
Bro. No, Kellen Mond, he's a project player. And talk about starts. I mean, that's y'all like starts. Well, Kellen Mond's got the most.
No shit
out of everybody.
He's got. I mean, I really do. It's just the cons outweigh the pros big time. But he is my QB9. Who you got at 10?
Am I allowed to do that?
Huh?
Am I allowed to have a tie for 10?
No, you gotta pull the trigger on one, dude.
All right. Yeah, tell us the tie first, and then you gotta pick one.
Yeah.
Sam Ehlinger and Ian Book.
Sam Ehlinger, come on, bro. Why do you stop?
Yeah, now pick one.
Stop. Ian Book. Don't even do that. We're picking Ian Book. You're not doing that, bro.
Sam Ehlinger's my number 10.
Oh. Sam Ehlinger. I pick Sam Ehlinger, yeah.
He's my number 10.
Over Ian Book?
It's you're getting to where you're
Ian
at this point
like Ian Book. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I mean you're at this point in the rankings, you're getting to quarterbacks that you don't want to start. So now you're just looking for guys with
quarterback.
But exactly, but you don't. But he at least has a good attitude. He's a gym rat. He's he's a leader.
Sam's gonna be.
Yeah, he's kind of got that Taysom Hill flavor a little bit.
Sam's gonna be in the NFL for a long time, dude. Like 7 years.
I agree with that because he's just that guy. He's just like
because he'll do whatever.
It's like.
I was over Miles on that one.
What's the old adage they talked about? I think it was Pete Carroll that says you don't want your backup you don't care how good your backup quarterback is. You just need him to shut up and know his plays. Sam Ehlinger's kind of the guy that, like, I think he's just going to have a positive attitude. He's going to be really good at holding the clipboard. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna be in the gym.
You got dudes like
play
Charlie
him on special
Whitehurst.
teams.
Charlie Whitehurst was in the NFL for like 11 years.
Plus, Ehlinger's athletic. You can play him on special teams. You can, maybe do some trick plays with him.
He came in at 6'2.5", 238.
Is that right?
He ran a 4.6.
Who was at 238?
Ehlinger weighed in at 238.
Exactly. You have to make that transition to fullback. You think I'm joking?
I think that's fun, but that
he might put H back there tight end. It puts him higher on my list because he can do.
Yeah.
Now they have that Taysom Hill role, and you like the Saints, you watch them, you know how that.
Yeah.
Is. You can come in and have everybody.
Neither guy is going to play. You don't want it against.
What round is the top 10? What do you think is going
to be? Imagine. This is my perfect.
Going to the 4th.
This is my perfect scenario for Sam Ehlinger. He goes in like the 5th or 6th round to the Browns, and the Browns can bring him in. I think because we talked about the Browns needing another quarterback behind Baker.
Wouldn't be bad if they got him in like the 5th round.
Imagine Sam Ehlinger running the ball with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb option. Bro, stop, please.
If he's there, if he's there in the 5th round, it'd be hard to complain about.
Chubb and Kareem Hunt and Sam Ehlinger. You don't want to see that as a linebacker safety at all.
The reincarnated
a package. Not. I'm not
sure. Linebackers worried about saying what a package. It'll be a nasty package. It'll be a nasty package.
That's my perfect scenario for Ehlinger. Is that that Browns toughness.
I mean, he really fit anywhere.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you had therefore you had Ian Book at 11 then, right?
Yeah, and then Felipe Franks at 12.
I had Felipe Franks in front of Ian Book.
Felipe Franks is probably going to be like a tight end though, like Logan Thomas or something, because like Sam Ehlinger can throw the ball kind of.
He's got big arm too.
Felipe Franks like not good at all.
Who can throw the ball? Kind of?
Felipe Franks got big arm.
I've seen Ehlinger have like Ehlinger's had like 400-yard passing games before. Felipe Franks is
Felipe Franks is way worse than Ehlinger.
Yeah, Felipe Franks is horrible. Ehlinger
I don't know if I'd say horrible. That's pretty harsh.
Dude, he's never been over 50. He's never been over 60% pass. He's only had one game.
You have him ranked high. You have him ranked like number 12. So is your rankings? Is everybody behind him terrible then?
Is that
what you're saying?
Yeah, but he's a high risk project. Like I don't want a like.
Well, there's no risk because you're getting him in like the 5th or 6th round. Right.
No risk, but it depends. You might have missed somebody though. You know, you gotta. I want everybody I draft to make my roster. You know what I mean? But like, also Felipe Franks is not.
Well, you're drafting him knowing
has never liked Sam Ehlinger because I don't know what is because you played him. You know what I mean? A Cal Texas thing. He hates every Texas. He hates Colin, bro. He hates all those.
Who'd you say?
He hates Colin. We didn't call Johnson as studio in sports. I was like, Darius doesn't like this dude. Darius don't like this dude.
He's okay. Sam's not that good to me. He's just not that good to me.
You like Shane? Though, right?
He's not. He's not that good.
Shane?
What about Shane? You like Shane?
Shane got a better SMU. Got a better arm than Sam. He might not got that grit. He might not got that grit, but
does he have a better arm than Sam?
Shane's got a good arm. Shane got
an arm.
He throws quick. Like
because Bouchel dumps it off. They run that little crosser offense pretty well. I got it goes Felipe Franks, Ian Book, then Shane Bouchel for me.
I actually have Shane Bouchel ahead of Felipe. My bad. That was a mistake. I got Shane.
I think that those 3 guys are there's 1, 2.
You got Shane at what, 12?
I got
Shane at 12. I got Shane at 12, not Felipe.
And I got Shane at 13.
Oh, I got KJ. No, I'll move Felipe down again. I got to put KJ ahead of Felipe.
See, I got KJ at 14 right behind Shane Bouchel. But all those guys are all Felipe those guys all 5 of those guys are pretty interchangeable though, depending on what you're looking for. Felipe Franks, I got Felipe Franks, Ian Book, Shane Bouchel, KJ Costello, and Peyton Ramsey, all right there.
What about Zach Thomas?
He's in the next tier.
The App State quarterback.
He's in the next tier with Brady White, Kevin Thompson, and Zach Smith.
I like Brady. Yeah,
we gotta bring Brady White up. We gotta bring Brady White in my.
I like Brady White. Yeah, I like Brady.
He's my number 7. He's my number 17.
I gotta have him at least 15.
I got 15. I got him at 15.
I like Brady White better than I like Sam.
What? How?
I'm joking.
Brady has.
So you got him. You said you got him at. You said you got him at 15. Brady White 15.
Yeah,
I gotta bring him at 15.
He went to Hart High School.
So who you moving? Who you moving down? You moving Felipe?
I moved Felipe to athlete.
Felipe is out. Felipe is gone.
Yeah, Felipe is gone.
Yeah, I was just.
So you got Sam Ehlinger 10.
Yeah.
Ian Book 11.
I got Ian 10.
Give me Ian 11.
Okay. Shane Bouchel, you guys got at 12.
Yeah, Shane at 12.
Then KJ Costello 13.
Yeah.
Brady White before KJ.
Brady White before KJ.
Yeah.
See, I disagree with that.
I like Brady White.
Why do you have Brady White before KJ? I think KJ had a down year because that offense takes time to recognize. But Brady White had a bad year because
Kylan got hurt too.
I feel like Brady White.
He didn't get hurt.
Did they have a terrible year? I felt like their year was okay.
He had a down year.
Down.
But I think it was more reflective because of coaching.
He just threw a lot of things.
It was a rough year to grade on like team success just because of what was going on.
Well, he this was the first year Brady White was the dude in the offense. Before they had Kenneth Gainwell, they had Tony Pollard, they had DeMontre Coxey, they had they had a lot of studs. It was all Brady White, and he didn't really explode.
He was solid. He threw. He stared. He
had a good win against UCF. Comeback win against UCF. That was very impressive. I like that when he drove down. I mean, I see some intangibles.
But like Zach Thomas, now you can have him ahead of Zach Thomas. This might be a bad example for me, but Zach Thomas had a bunch of people sit out at Appy State, and he was still phenomenal. He was still very solid. Like he was like, okay, he put the team on his back. Or Peyton Ramsey from Northwestern. Like, dude, he didn't have shit, and he was still moving the ball pretty well.
Yeah, but you ever been in Northwestern? They be cheating, man. Their grass be like this high.
Wait, where?
Northwestern, they be cheating, man. They don't cut their grass. Their grass be like this high.
I've heard people have told me that.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that before.
Darius played twice, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we went up there and we're like, okay, cool, you get to play on grass. Shit was like that high. I was like, oh yeah, it's okay.
I've heard that.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that.
I like Brady White going back to him, but I like KJ.
He's looking solid.
Really, what KJ did at Stanford, I go off of that tape more. Mississippi State always had the first game versus LSU. Like, they were talking about KJ going in like the top 50 after that game. But then, went downhill.
That offense takes time. He was pumping off.
That offense. So the thing about that offense is there's one formula to it, and it's your middle linebackers have to be smart. If they're smart and you don't play man, you will blow them out every single time. But as soon as your linebackers want to get greedy, it's over. Because as soon as they bite forward, it's over. We did it at Cal multiple times. We played them and they would score, and then Wilcox came in.
Are you talking about Washington State's offense?
It's the same thing because the Mississippi.
Yeah.
And then Wilcox came in, and UW was beating them in the ground for years. Wilcox came in and make the corners play outside, play cover 3, and if you see a short route, let them throw the 5 yards every play. You'll eat it up every single time. But if you play man like LSU did, it's wraps.
I just think I think that's what happened is he wasn't used to that, and he was trying to thread the needle and shit. He wasn't dealing with the offense. Like you said, the offense is 5 yards here, 5 yards here, 5 yards here. That's why they had all those quarterbacks that threw for 10,000 yards, and they all suck. I mean, Gardner Minshew, if you really look at his offense.
Not Gardner Minshew.
No, I'm saying if you look at all their offense, Gardner Minshew was literally the most talented quarterback he's had. Before that, it was Cliff Kingsbury, who sucked. Sonny Cumbie, who sucked. I mean, there were a lot of guys that had no talent at all.
Graham Harrell was nice, right? Graham Harrell was cool. Graham Harrell was okay.
Graham Harrell, yes.
Hey, Graham Harrell was okay.
I think Tyler Lahusky would have been good in that offense. He was playing. Yeah, he was coming to his own. I think he was probably the most talented out of. Like he was like a 4-star, I think, coming up. Yeah, but
Jamal said they had Gardner the year we beat them. He thinks they would have went to they would have played for the Pac-12 championship. But he said obviously the. Yeah. Who else they have? They had someone else going. Oh, Connor Holloway was terrible.
Connor Holiday. Well, BJ Simmons. Remember?
That's right. State? Yeah. None of those guys had any arm talent at all. It was just 5 yards. 5 yards.
5 yards. Make a play. 5 yards.
Which is the exact opposite of what Stanford did. And KJ Costello was trying to throw it deep, and you can't do that. That's not what the offense is built for.
Only if they play man. If they play man, Mike Leach, you can throw it deep. But if they don't play man,
I can't wait to talk to KJ about that because I know part of the reason KJ picked Washington State because he was saying that or Josh, but I mean you guys don't play college football, but like he was saying that the offense he ran at Rancho Santa Margarita was pretty similar to Washington State. Is it too much of like you can't go back that far and it's not the same? Is that kind of how it is? Because I thought it would be an easier transition because he ran the same similar offense.
I think it's Mike Leach. I think it's a pretty common misconception because I think everybody does that thing where like, oh, it's the air raid. It's Mike Leach's offense. Man, he puts weird like dressing on it and it makes it his. Okay. It's kind of like when people say, oh, it's the spread. Chip Kelly.
We got to bring Jamal in and Jamal will break it down for you. But
that'd be cool.
He can break it down the whole. But like, they don't really have. He says he never calls run plays. If you see a run play, the quarterback checks it.
I believe that.
Yeah, so it's like it's not like we ran at Cal. Everyone's like, oh, you guys ran it. No, it's like we didn't. It's all different. But Mike Lee, no run plays.
I think when Kylan Hill stopped playing too, that kind of hurt because I mean that was
because he's a good receiver out of the backfield.
Oh yeah,
and that was KJ Costello was doing that. If it wasn't there, he was dumping it all.
And you're receiving out the backfield is your run game, and that also.
He's fallen. I mean, he's fallen a lot, man.
Kylan Hill.
Yeah, I think it's because of some people are saying it's because of like his social stances, man. Like, I don't know. If that's
just average.
I don't know.
He's just average. There's a lot of running backs that are like that in college, where it's like
Kylan Hill. Really?
I gave him a 4th round grade. He's not. I don't think he's ever going to be a star. I got him right there with Trey Sermon and Jarrett Patterson. He's just a guy. He's really good at a couple of things. He's pretty big, not too big. He's pretty fast, but not fast enough.
I wonder what he's going to run.
He's probably going to run if it was the combine, he'd probably run the 4.6s.
Dude, what? Also, I want to know. I can't wait to ask KJ this too. I can't wait to ask him because he's not throwing at Mississippi State per day. And Kylan's not going to Mississippi State Pro Day either.
And Kylan, he also quit. Like it was weird that he quit too. It wasn't like
he played like 5 games. Well, he quit in the beginning.
Dude, he only played like 2 games
because of Confederate flag stuff, and then he played like 3 games.
Kylan, that's why Kylan. But that doesn't make any sense because he played the first game.
He played the first 3 games.
Whatever. He played the first 3 games.
He stopped playing because of Confederate flag?
No, but that doesn't make sense because he did play.
Kylan Hill said, this is what happened. He wouldn't play if they took the Confederate flag down. They took it down. Then he still played 3 games and just left anyway because they were so bad. Yeah, so they were 1-4 though. So I mean, what's the point of playing the COVID season at 1-4? Like or Mississippi State, he went to
Mississippi State. You know they had Confederate flags before he went to Mississippi State.
Well, he got them taken down though. So like,
they took him down.
Yeah. Oh. They took him down at the school. I mean, obviously
at Mississippi State. I thought that was a Mississippi thing. Like I thought it was an Ole Miss thing.
Start the worst.
With the Confederate flags,
they had a Confederate on campus. And he was like, "No, I'm playing for this school, bro." Like, what?
Oh, that's what you're saying. They had it on campus. I thought you were saying they had it like.
No, on campus. They had it on campus. He was like, "I'm not."
Why did he go there?
Right,
It was the whole. Well, this was going on.
I'm not taking a stance.
This was going on in the whole George Floyd thing in the protest during the summer. So he was out, protesting in Atlanta.
Yeah, I feel you, but my thing,
he was very outspoken about it.
Before that, you still know what a Confederate flag meant. You want to visit.
That's true. That's true.
Well, whatever. I don't mean to pry. He's allowed to have whatever stance he wants. I'm not saying he's wrong for having that stance. It's weird timing. It's just like the Jamie Newman thing. No, you're allowed to sit out. I don't care. Sit out all you want. But why did you pick? It's weird. It's just weird timing, and that stuff does hurt you.
I just think if your team is like 1-4 doing like last season, like when everyone was already sitting out, like the season was kind of like a lost cause anyway. Like what? He probably thinks he's like a top 100 pick. Like
I don't know who told him that. I saw the hype, but I never got it with him.
I thought he was a top 5 running back coming into the season. Now
I never understood the hype with him.
So you didn't think he was a top 5 running back.
I understood it a little bit with Chuba Hubbard, but even Chuba Hubbard, I was like, bro, that
Chuba was the same thing though. He stood up for a lot of Mike Gundy stuff at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, no. Well, hold on. Wait a second. Chuba played.
Chuba's Canadian.
Chuba threatened to sit out, though. They had a whole press conference.
Right, but they talked it out, right? And yada, yada, yada. He played, and he
all these guys are going to talk it out and take on flags when their best black players are going to sit out. Yeah, that's the only time. So, do it. I'm not mad at Kylan and Chuba for doing it.
I'm not. That wasn't my point. My point.
I'm not trying to make a political argument.
Chuba had a lot of hype going into the season, and he was just.
He did.
He was good. He was way better than Kylan because he still broke a lot of tackles and stuff. But like when the focus was on him,
a lot of people had Chuba RB1.
Going into the season, yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to say.
Now it's Travis and Najee. I mean, obviously, but
yeah, and Javonte Williams is better.
Javonte.
I guess
like
you can
Javonte.
By there, you're getting. I have Javonte better.
I like Javonte, but I think some of that is like this is a weird draft because like some of this stuff is like a little prisoner in the moment because like.
But you have to be. There's, you know what I mean.
Is Kylan Hill Is Kylan Hill not better than Javonte Smith because he just sat out for 8 games, or is he still better? Like he's fresh and rested. Like I think Kylan Hill is better than Javonte.
I got a question real quick.
No way.
I think people just put up Javonte because
sitting out. You like Ja'Marr Chase? You think Ja'Marr Chase still better than Devontae Smith?
I like Devontae number 1. That's my wide receiver.
I got Ja'Marr Chase number 1.
Thank you. Okay, me too.
You got Devontae 1, Donovan?
You got Waddle 2.
Where?
Waddle 2, Devontae Smith.
But you get
Ja'Marr Chase.
Wow, really? The reason is because we've argued about that before. I don't think he should have even won the Heisman. He wasn't the best. When Jalen was healthy, he wasn't even the best wide receiver on his own team.
He wasn't healthy though, man. Like,
1, 2.
I would draft Devontae Smith over.
They had almost the exact same stats, and Ja'Marr Chase didn't win the Heisman.
That's fair too. I get why though, because his quarterback did. I thought I had money on Mac Jones. I was like, well, if Joe Burrow
won it, man.
What are you talking about?
That doesn't make any sense though. You know what I mean?
They had just as many weapons. They probably have more weapons over there. Now they probably have just as much weapons. Just as many.
It's pretty close though, right?
Dude, LSU is beating 19 by 10.
Well, that's what he's saying. LSU has just as many weapons.
I think that.
Jeffrey Jefferson and Ja'Marr Chase are not going to be top 10 picks. Top 15 picks. They both weren't top 10.
Oh, you're saying the teams are similar?
But my thing is, Justin Jefferson went what 20th, 20 something.
You're right. Yeah.
Waddle and Devontae Smith gonna be top 15. That's like they have just as much talent.
You're probably right.
Najee Harris, like just as much talent. So
yeah, I mean,
he just like you're saying, Joe Burrow, he had just as much talent. Like he was doing the same thing.
Joe Burrow's way better than Mac Jones.
Oh, way better. Yeah. I don't feel like he should have won. And we're going. The stats were the same.
Who do you think should win?
I had Devon. No. I didn't say that. I said I had money on him. I had money on him because I was trying to figure out. Okay, hey, this guy's got the best stats. This is who's throwing him the ball, right? I mean, you said it. Mac Jones broke all those goddamn SEC records.
Tua's
right?
record, right? Tua's record.
He broke the efficiency record and all that shit.
I don't think Mac Jones had
before it.
Mac Jones didn't have that moment. Devontae had two. Devontae, like you can look at his stats and like compare him to other receivers, but like Devontae was having
way bigger wasn't even the moments. Best receiver on his team when healthy. I don't agree. I had Devontae over Jalen Waddle because of injury history. But like, what was it early in the season against Texas A&M?
I've always had Devontae over Jalen Waddle.
Always.
Yeah.
Before last year?
I've been saying I didn't have did I think he was gonna win the Heisman and be All-American like this year? But no,
I'm being honest. Like, you had Devontae Smith over Jalen Waddle.
Yes, man. His route running he's got some of the best route running ever. The Georgia game, man. The route he ran to catch the game-winning pass.
Well, you're smart. You're smarter than me then, dude.
Dude, he won the game-winning touchdown on national.
I think he's gonna be a better pro. I think he's going to be a better pro receiver than Jalen Waddle. I think he is because Jalen Waddle, he's always hurt anyway. So I don't think, and Devontae Smith has learned to work with it. I think he knows how to work with his limitations because he's had to deal with the same limitations. And I think that's when you are dealing with that your entire life, I think it becomes a strength. So I'm cool with that. I just don't have him over Jamar Chase. Going into the season, I would have put my life.
And Jamar Chase got a year off.
Yeah, Jamar Chase is fresh. But seemed like okay. Well, why is no one questioning? Like, why aren't you questioning Jamar Chase taking sitting out?
Because he did it. So that's the thing, though. I don't care if you sat out, just like with Rousseau or whatever, because he did it like back when the pandemic happened. He's like, all right, I'm out. He didn't practice, and Jamie Newman like practiced and shit. It was weird. He was like he was dipping his toe in the pool.
And
Jamar Chase didn't go to the pool. He didn't go to the pool.
And the year he played, he went crazy. And when the daddy,
that helps too, right?
What else is he supposed to do? If he was my son, I'm saying sit out. What are you going to do? The only thing
that's fair too.
Do is win a Heisman, right?
Situation is everything too, right?
Your quarterback's leaving. Everyone else is sit out. It's gonna be you and Terrace Marshall
because you know, that too. You know he's gonna be a first round pick. Jamie Newman would transfer to prove that he was going to be a first round pick. So it just didn't make it the situation. It's different strokes for different folks, right?
Yeah, this year's me.
I'm always big about if you're going to be a first round pick guaranteed and you don't feel like you should play, I have no problem with it ever.
That's fine.
If you start playing, do not sit out, do not quit on your team. That's why I have a problem. But if you start the season and say I don't want to play, okay, but don't start playing that like the dude from Duke did and then quit. I hate that.
Who did that?
The Duke forward, basketball forward.
Yeah. Okay.
Jalen Johnson, yeah.
That's right. That's bad. That makes you.
Okay,
you're the focal point. Kylan Hill was the focal point of the offense.
So you know because I've just seen scouting reports where they have a red flag on Kylan Hill for sitting out. I guess that's the difference is that he played for 4 games and waited till his team was 1-4 and then sat out. But that's when but because I was like, no one's talking about Jamar Chase and now, even though I guess he's coming off a natty.
Plus, Jamar Chase is way better, right? Kylan Hill, let's be realistic. There are 5 running backs every year that are better than Kylan Hill. But Jamar Chase is legit. I mean, he should be drafted and be someone's number 1 wide receiver. I would think.
He's gonna get drafted before. He's probably gonna be number 1 receiver drafted. That's a different.
Well, no, I'm just saying he should be. Whoever drafts him is going to make him their number 1 wide receiver. I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna be great.
A
great NFL receiver. He'd be an All Pro, a Pro Bowl receiver. I think all 3 of those guys. Waddle always I worry about the injury. There's more than that. I mean, this receiver is dope. Tony and all those guys, man. There's a bunch of dudes, but
Yeah, Rondale Moore, Rashad Bateman. There's a healthy amount of wide receivers.
Bateman's sick.
The dude from Central Michigan going crazy.
Who? Josh knows about him. Yeah. Little Max.
Oh, you're talking about from Western Michigan.
Western Michigan.
That dude's insane. He's always been like that.
I love the receiver class next year is better though. Just to let y'all know that.
You think?
Dude.
Well, you got Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave right there, dude.
You got 2 top 10 picks on Ohio State.
Bro,
right there,
Garrett Wilson is
insane.
Alabama,
Alabama's gonna have one. They might not be somebody we even know yet. But
no shit. No shit.
Yeah,
dude, Garrett Wilson's insane though, bro. I think he might be wide receiver number 1 next year.
Chris Olave's sick, dude.
Yeah, but he's got man, I love Chris Olave too. I don't want to talk shit about him, but I think that he's a little bit more of a one-trick pony. Like he's really fast, and that's his thing. Garrett Wilson does it all, dude. He'll hit all 3 levels.
I can't. I know this is so off topic, but like literally, what I want to see the most next year is Chris Olave, Justin Fleming, and Garrett Wilson, because there's no one in the Big Ten even close to stopping that. With CJ Stroud at quarterback, he's gonna be sick.
Is Justin Fleming going to be good, bro?
Yes, he's going to be good. He was the number 1 receiver.
He's supposed to be the next coming of OBJ. Per your words, Donovan.
I did say that. I stick to my quote.
You weren't the only one that
he
said
was.
that, though,
he was a true freshman last year, though.
You're right, but he looked lost, dude.
Yeah, he didn't have a freaking off season. He was 17 years old.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
There's barely a freshman that played good.
You're right.
Especially Ohio State, because they were going.
Well, he got thrown in there. He got thrown in there too. Olave got sick on a Thursday, and they're like, "Okay, it's Saturday. Go out there."
You know, you can. Y'all play football. You can't not practice the whole week.
It's a different level. It's a different level. No off season too. COVID. You're right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, they can't come in. Boy, I better see some crazy catches next year.
Watch. Put on some Julian Fleming tape, bro, from like high school. And then
I don't want some high school tape.
Dude, I think that Garrett Wilson is going to be wide receiver number 1. I think he's a straight god.
That's number 5.
Like Travis High School, Texas.
Yeah, is that right?
Garrett Wilson.
He's a sophomore. What
number is he on the score?
Is he 5?
It's 5, right?
5. Yeah, I think so.
Chris is 80, right?
Chris is not 80.
Chris
Olave is 2.
Yeah,
2.
But in your defense, though, he changed his number. But yeah, he's 2.
He did. Yeah, he changed it. You know how those receivers are. Soft receivers. No, I'm just kidding.
Of course, he was never 80 though. He was 17 then 2. I don't know where you got 80 from.
Yeah, what's Fleming's number?
That's a good Google there. I don't know that off the top of my head.
I know his high school number was 1.
Grant Wilson was at 5.
I feel like every receiver
4. Julian Fleming's 4.
All right, because every receiver's number is 1 in high school. That's the best receiver. It's always 1. Like if your best player is number 1, is there a DB or receiver in high school? Or 2, like 1 or 2.
No shit.
Yeah. Darius is number 2, right? You know how it is.
Hey, I was the only number I ever was.
Really? Well, okay. Well, that was a good rundown. I know we got maybe like hour 30, probably max of like maybe 10 more minutes.
Bro, I'm ready to shut it down whenever you are. What do you got before we shut it down?
All I want to do is a sneak peek for 2022 quarterbacks. We don't have to run through 1 through 10.
Spencer
Rattler for that.
Just 1 and 2. Just 1 and 2.
I was thinking. Okay, I'm listening to you. I was thinking. Sam Howell.
Sam Howell and Rattler.
Oh, I forgot about Sam Howell from North Carolina, huh? He's
my number 1. He's my number 1. He couldn't.
That class was deep too, right? Keenan Slovis in that class.
Yeah.
Keaton. Yep. Tanner Morgan's back again.
Jaden Daniels.
No, Jaden Daniels.
No, both JT and
that's right, JT too. Yeah.
Yeah, and Brock Purdy, Desmond Ridder, Matt Corral.
I don't know. I don't know if Desmond Ridder. He almost came out this year, right? He plays really good college football. He reminds me a little bit like L. Roberson or like Eric. No, but you know what I mean? Like he's a guy that wins lots of games and puts up good stats, but I don't know if he's an NFL quarterback. Chris Leak, guys like that.
Right.
Does that make sense? I haven't seen enough.
I love Matt Corral. I'm on the Matt Corral train. He's
only I think he's only a sophomore next year, right?
No, he'll be a junior. he could be like the Zach Wilson of this class, where he just kind of has that special tape, but it's not all together yet, and just puts the year together.
Things got to go. Things got to go right for him too, because C.J. Maribel was a freak. You know what I mean?
Matt Corral.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said Matt. I thought you said Grayson McCall. I apologize.
I said Matt Corral.
McCall's only a sophomore, right?
Yes, I'm sorry. I got confused.
No, I like McCall, but Matt Corral could be the card. Darius, I know you're from California, man. You like Matt Corral, right? You watched a lot of Matt Corral tape. I'm a big Matt Corral fan. He could be a Zach Wilson of this class, I think, where he moves up and shoots up to he's special.
Well, no, but I think that he's already got a pretty good following. You know what I mean? People pretty aware. Zach Wilson, I think once Matt Bushman went down, everybody kind of thought BYU was going to just suck. You know what I mean? I mean, because Zach Wilson played last year too, and he was hurt all the time. I don't think anybody saw this coming. Matt Corral, I mean,
he had a game against SC.
But
Matt
Corral had like 3 games where he threw for like 400 yards, right?
Yeah, Matt Corral was a banged up.
He's playing in that Rich Rodriguez offense.
I'm just saying, I don't think he's going to come out of nowhere.
Lane Kiffin now.
Kiffin now, and you can see the difference. You can see the difference between him as freshman and then coming in next year with Kiffin was just like night and day. He had some games where he just looked special to me, and Darius, he talks junk a lot because that Cal game, he talks. Yeah, he did lose. He played good.
We beat Ole Miss 3 years in a row.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that Matt.
They had Metcalf and AJ Brown and your guy Shea Patterson.
Sugar Shea.
And they had somebody else who was playing receiver, Jefferson.
Jefferson, and they had Dawson Knox from Buffalo Bills starting tight end.
No, he was not on that team.
Yeah, he was. He didn't start though, but he was on the team.
Yeah,
I played. He was on that team.
Yeah, he was. Because they were talking about it. There's like a YouTube thing about it. There's like some Ole Miss kid made like a mini documentary about that team. How like they should have been like a national championship team.
Whoa. He was on that team. That's nuts.
Dawson Knox.
You know. What about
I just want to talk about those quarterbacks. Just
don't you think? I think Ryan Helinski's a fair. I think Ryan Helinski would be a better sleeper pick, or Hunter Johnson.
I want to shout out Helinski's Hope. I'm wearing the Helinski's Hope band right now.
Because he just transferred. He transferred Northwestern.
He's going to Northwestern. Yeah.
Who did
Helinski? Yeah.
He's on Northwestern. I thought that was he was going to go to Washington State, but
don't do that.
No, that's what he said. They said he didn't want to go there. It was going to be kind of like weird if he went there. So
it would have been way too
too emotional.
Yeah, way too that would have been. I would have not approved that. I would have.
But he's a guy with a lot of talent, and Northwest runs a very productive offense. And if he has a big year, I could see him being kind of the sleeper of the class.
So who took his job over there?
In South Carolina?
Yeah.
That's a good Google.
The Carry-On Joyner?
He's like that?
No, they just fired Will Muschamp, so
they said, okay.
The new coach.
Yeah, I think Helinski just left.
Yeah, he left because they
didn't push him. They're push him out.
They're in a spread offense now, like running quarterback.
And well, I know he didn't win the starting job last year. I know that, right?
The quarterback for some at the end of the year was Luke Doty.
Yeah, Luke Doty came in the freshman, so they just had a new I don't know. It was they played Helinski. They played like 4 quarterbacks South Carolina. They were a mess.
Yeah. Well, Helinski was the starter at the beginning of the year, if I remember right. Right?
He was. He was. He was.
I thought he didn't win the job in camp.
No, he's saying he's like projected. He was going into the season starter. He didn't start the first game. No, he didn't.
Who started the first game?
They had that transfer come in. That's what I'm saying. They had a lot. Yeah, they had transfer from like a smaller school.
Wow.
He came into the job. Yeah, it was like a big thing. That's why I was like, is that why he left in Northwestern?
South Carolina fans are pissed. Like I read all these big schools message boards, and they were like, "What the hell's going on?"
Well, then maybe I'm wrong. Maybe then he probably won't be a sleeper pick. I guess.
Remember they announced it like 3 days before the first game that he wasn't going to be a starter or something like that.
Yeah, he was starting rep. He was getting starting reps the whole practice, and then all of a sudden. But I think at Northwestern he'll start. They got Hunter Johnson too, but he might be a lost cause.
Hunter Johnson sucked. I was excited about him. He sucked, dude.
He was
up.
bad. Yeah, he was horrible.
What the hell's up with that, man? That's a big 5-star guy that you thought was awesome in high school.
His arm's just weak, dude. Like,
Donovan get his quarterback.
I didn't even think his arm was weak. I don't know why he sucked. I don't know. It was like he just didn't. It's like he didn't know how to play football.
You just throw picks, man. Like picks.
It was wild. It's wild how bad he was.
It's like Brian Lewerke.
Peyton Ramsey walked in and just took. I mean, because Peyton Manning lost his job to, or Peyton Ramsey lost his job to Penix over at Indiana.
Yeah, I mean, like the losing your job stuff is a little overrated now, just because like once I saw,
but dude, he walked into Northwestern and they were like, "Here you go."
At Southern Miss, dude, he was a third string depth.
Right.
He went back up to the pack. That's why I agree with you most of the time on small schools, but like Gardner Minshew lost his job at Southern Miss, was 13 quarterback, went to the Pac-12, won Player of the Year the next year. So
I said Trey Lance probably could have been at Oregon and won the Pac-12 championship. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like he doesn't. It's not like a custom. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's used to. He's probably more talented to the quarterback. He's probably more talented than Garbers. Way more talented than Garbers, but he's not there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just hard for me to judge.
I like
Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz could have played D1 at somewhere in the Pac-12.
Is Garbers back, by the way?
Bad?
Is he coming back? He's back, right?
He's there.
He's staying? Okay.
Where's he doing?
I don't know if he. So many people transfer, man. Like people that are starting.
Yeah, he's
starting quarterback. Oregon starting quarterback was the starter transfer. Like it's just people are.
But you didn't see with their bow game though. They were taking him out. They were putting.
But why?
They were taking him out, putting him in because he can run. Yeah,
it was such a weird season. Like I saw quarterback.
He transferred to where? Cincinnati? No, not Cincinnati. Somewhere good for him though. Somewhere good for him. Where did he go?
Tyler Shaw. I don't know.
He transferred somewhere good.
Yeah, Google Tyler Shaw. Tyler Shaw for S. Yeah, I want to see where he went because I like him.
Number 12, right?
Yeah, number 12. Like the block.
Texas Tech.
That's right.
That's a good fit.
That's a good fit for him.
He's gonna be backup for 1 year behind what's his name though, right? What's the kid?
Maybe.
Oh wait, he transferred too. See, Bowman transferred.
Yeah, because he went to like Central Michigan or something, right?
Yeah, bro. All these quarterbacks are just, I don't know. Like it's so hard to like they were starting like at their schools and they just left.
Yeah,
like crazy. Like
they getting pushed out. Hey, once they seen Dabo Sweeney push out old boy after they went to the college playoff, I guess coach was like, I guess we can just push out for our guy.
Kelly Bryant, yeah.
Kelly Bryant? Dude, I thought for sure Kelly Bryant. I was like, dude, Trevor Lawrence sucks. They're going to regret pushing Kelly Bryant out.
Hey, Josh, I said the same thing too. I'm like, man, that's messed up. He led you to, and then as soon as I see Trevor getting there, I'm like, oh, okay.
I know.
Yeah, I thought it was messed up that they pushed Tate out, man, and JoJo Burrow for freaking Justin Fields, bro.
Yeah, but Tate sucked, dude. Tate was rough, man.
He's coming back. He's coming back,
man. Hey, I'm a big Tate Martin.
I hope he does. I hope he wins a goddamn Heisman at wherever he's going to. But
he
was transfer again.
Vegas.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be what I heard. Word on the street.
He should have just went to the Pac-12 and called it a day. Everybody trying to go like, be who you are.
Yeah.
What happens? He should have started at Miami before he came because he could have won. He should have beat out Jaron Williams and all of Nikolsky Perry, bro. Like he had the job. He's out there partying in Miami way too hard. Team violations,
bro. He's just not.
He's talked about it now. He was like, yeah, like I wasn't paying attention to football. Like that's what he said. But like I know, like
dude, he just wasn't as good as other guys, man. He straight up. And during like spring practices and stuff, he straight up looked out of place. Like it was like you could see the writing on the wall early. Like he looked scared too. Like he played like a dude who knew he wasn't gonna play. Do you know what I mean?
I thought he looked nice when he came in for some of those.
When he was a freshman, and then the next year when then when he had to go into battle with Dwayne Haskins and Joe Burrow for that the camp, that's what he did not look. He looked cool as a freshman because he was spelling guys. But as a sophomore, and they gave him the reins. They were pretty much. I mean, everybody was Tay Martell's going to be the starter. And then it was like 2 days into practice, and they're like, "Yeah, Tay Martell's terrible."
I think if Urban never retired, he would have maybe started though. Because Ryan,
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think so, man.
Urban loves those little small running like Chris Leak and like
but he also liked Haskins, dude. Haskins was really good.
That was Ryan Day's guy, though, right? Wasn't that Ryan?
No,
Day?
Urban recruited him. Recruited him,
but didn't Haskins win the job with Ryan Day take over as starter? Or am I wrong?
Well, that was Martell's sophomore year or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Haskins in high school too. He was really good.
Yeah,
obviously, like that class
stud.
Was, that he was really good out of Maryland. Yeah, but Tate was special.
Even if man, his high school tape was. I thought for sure. At the time, I was writing for a Buckeye website. I wrote Martell. It's Martell's job. This quarterback controversy. No way. He looked out of place. He looked like he did not belong.
Yeah, well, I can't wait.
I don't even if he would have stayed, and even if he would have stayed and Haskins wasn't playing, I don't think he would have won the job over Joe Burrow, dude. He just didn't look like he belonged.
Yeah,
he just didn't want it, man. I don't know what to do. Maybe
I hope he. I mean, UNLV would probably be the best spot for him just because he'll probably start day one.
Hell no. Nah, my boy Max over there.
Oh yeah, true. I don't know. Tate might be
running from 80.
I don't know, man. Tate might be.
Tate can't go to UNLV. Max got in trouble for going on a reality TV show and eating sushi.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Tate should go
there. The name of the show is Below Deck, and my girlfriend watches it. Okay.
Oh, Below Deck. That's what it is.
Tate should go on there then, bro.
Every time I go to sushi, I tag Max on my Instagram. Every time I go to sushi,
another Cal quarterback, former Cal quarterback. That's funny. Well, yeah, man. I don't know. If I was Sam Penix and those guys, I'd be tagging 23 quarterbacks. But I'm not gonna do all that. DJ Ukulele probably number one for 20.
God damn! Look at you. I don't even look at that shit. Dude.
Oh, DJ won. DJ would be one if he came out in 2022.
That conversation's worthless. If we could go back in time, everybody would have had goddamn Christian Hackenberg as their number one quarterback. Matt Barkley would have been everybody's number one.
In high school.
After his freshman year, Hackenberg was the shit his freshman year.
Yeah, but Trevor has been one the whole time, so it never changed.
That's true.
Tua was going to be one the whole time, but he got hurt.
Yeah, Tua was supposed to be a first round pick at high school. I mean, sometimes it's a 50-50 thing. No, Tua won.
It's definitely not 50-50.
No, as soon as he stepped on the field, you thought Tua was going to be the number one pick. When he won the national championship, you thought he was going to be the number one pick. No?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Not number one overall, but first round, yeah.
Did everybody really think? I didn't think that was because he's always been small. He's always been small, though.
When he won the Elite 11, I was like, bro, this dude's different, bro. Because he beat out Dennis Mills, Jake Fromm, Tate Martell. All the guys we were just talking about, he beat all of them. So, not that they, all those guys.
I think if you look back at like the quarterback rankings and statistics and all that stuff, I bet it would be like 25% actually live up to the hype. It's just like the NFL draft, only it's even more of a crapshoot, right?
Not living up to the hype per se, but like where they're supposed to get drafted, I think is like a different thing almost. Like I would still bet it'd be a low percentage. Okay, that's fair. You're probably right about that.
We should look into it. We should do like a throwback and look into it. People do the same thing with like when the draft. Like I do these comparison articles for the Ohio State website, and it's like, man, like Trey Sermon, for example, because I do the Ohio State guys. He's a very average running back. But no one wants to hear me compare him to goddamn James Jackson, who was in the NFL for 3 years, or Lee Suggs, right? You know what I mean?
They don't understand.
Yeah, they don't want to hear that shit.
If you're in the NFL for like 5 years, that's like a good career, bro.
Even Ohio on his back for a couple games.
He was, but he's not going to be like a star running back in the NFL. He's not Zeke. Like
no.
He's not.
I saw Travis Etienne. I like Travis Etienne, but I'm kind of falling off a little bit on him. Najee. See,
that's my RB1.
Najee's my RB1, and it's like a gap.
Really? No, dude, I got ETN number one.
Najee is like
one.
I'm just looking at like Najee.
My thing with Najee, Najee can either be like Derrick Henry level, or he can be.
Oh my god!
Or he can be Trey Anderson. Like you never know. Like
he was hit. Now, I will say Najee. I think Najee's a better college prospect than Derrick Henry was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Derrick Henry was not the best.
But Derrick Henry ran harder than he does, I feel.
But Derrick Henry struggled at the beginning of the year or at the beginning of his career because he was not like all of the Derrick Henry is this powerful runner. A lot of that stuff is him out in space and him next to the sideline and using his arms, with a stiff arm and demolishing linebackers and quarterback. He was used as like at the beginning of his career. Who was the white coach that was the offensive line? Was the offensive line coach? Then was the head coach. You know what I'm talking about for the Titans.
He was white. Is that white coach?
Yeah. He was the O-line coach, and then he was the offensive coordinator, and then he was the head coach. Whatever. And
Mike Mularkey.
Mike Mularkey. Yeah,
Mike Mularkey. He's pretty white. Mike Mularkey, bro.
He was using him as a power back, like shoving up the middle. And dude, he was not great. I mean, Deion Lewis was just as good at it. Like it wasn't until he got into an offense that was like, okay, hey, he's really good at this. Like, let's move. He's quick.
I get what you're saying.
He's not this big bear. Like Najee Harris doesn't really have that. Najee Harris, like
Najee's shifty, bro.
He's good at everything. He's good at everything.
Jump. He's like he got the hurdles record at Antioch, bro.
He's good at everything, dude. No, Derrick Henry is too. Derrick Henry's great too. We're splitting hairs, but not
TJ Ward said that's the best high school running back he's ever seen. Najee Harris.
Najee Harris.
They're both from Antioch.
Which one was crazy?
He has the most rushing yards ever in California history.
I remember watching it.
He broke
the best high school running back I've ever seen was Stan McGuffey.
He was sick. I don't know, best ever. Best running back I've ever seen.
Dude, his high school tape was insane, bro.
The best running back I've ever seen in person in high school, easily, when I went to Vista Marietta, was Toby Gerhardt, bro. That dude was sick.
Really?
I seen Toby Gerhardt get ate up in the middle. Vontez Burfict came and ate him up in the middle.
Bro, I don't want to hear
it. Yeah?
I don't want to hear it. Toby
Vontez Burfict was so different.
Toby had the most rushing yards ever in California, but Najee broke it. But Toby was sick, bro.
Toby Gerhardt was 19 his senior year. I don't care, bro. He was old. He was driving to school. He was driving to school his freshman year of high school.
He was.
Colin and Toby. They were both driving.
Toby Gerhardt was good though.
He was good, but
he was a badass.
Old.
He played. I played baseball versus him, but he was good at that too. But yeah, he was sick football thing.
Driving to school his freshman year of high school. Think about that.
He's Mormon, dope, bro. Man. He's Mormon. That's all. Is he? Hit him Mormon. Darius hit him. Yeah, he's Mormon. He hit him Mormon this episode, bro. What's up with that?
I mean, I was happy because he was 16 driving to school.
Jimmy Clausen was 19 too.
Who?
Jimmy Clausen. That's
another guy you talking about didn't live to the hype.
No, I thought Jimmy Clausen was gonna be the next John Elway, bro. I swear. I know.
Everybody did though. Jimmy Clausen was supposed to be the shit, bro.
That's a guy that did live to the hype. Oaks Christian, right?
Bro. Yeah, he went. They went. They never lost a game. 4 years in a row. 4 state titles. Cover of ESPN magazine in the junior high school, bro. He had it all.
Bro, there's a bunch of I'm telling you, if you look back, you'd be like, God damn.
Clausen. Wow, that's a throwback right there.
Bro, I see it all the time because I collect those old recruiting magazines with the Ohio State guys on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Like back in the day, every recruiting class, basically before internet, Ohio State would have a magazine. You go by the local grocery store or gas station would have all.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, like that big one, all the schools.
Yeah. But it was just like a little bio for each one. So I kept those, and if the guy comes to the local mall or whatever, I'll have him sign it. And dude, like the amount of guys that were like 4 or 5 star recruits that are making shakes at the local protein shop now that never had a shot. It's wild, dude. And they'll tell you too, man. I gave one to God. I can't remember Donald Washington maybe. And he was like, "Whoa, this was back when I was good." Like he was, he'll tell you straight up. Like I didn't like Robert Rose. I forgot about Robert Rose even existing, dude. That guy was like a 5-star, all supposed to be all everything. And that dude didn't. I don't think he started one game. I don't think he started one game. He still got a shot in the NFL because he was such a big stud high school.
Yeah, NFL is tough, man. I feel like that's the toughest one. Like MLB is pretty tough too. You have to go through the minors, but NBA is like the easiest route out of the three. Hockey. The hockey guys live up to the hype like all the time. Like every guy I've seen, like Sidney Crosby, Connor. Dude, yeah, all those people.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's the thing.
All the people that said be the next Wayne Gretzky, they're actually like all good. Like they're not Wayne Gretzky, but like they're good.
But I don't know enough about hockey to know. Like, okay, like I know I feel like I have a good understanding of every first round pick. Or you know,
go look back at the first
like
overall
hockey
pick
players. I don't know shit about them.
You know, look back at the first overall pick from hockey, and they're all like,
and they're all good.
They're not all good, but they're all like at least average players.
They're all decent. Players,
yeah, is that right?
I mean. Yeah, I was listening to somebody's podcast about that, and they're like, hockey has like the lowest bust rate out of like the four major sports. I don't know why that is. Yeah, I don't know why that is. I don't know the science. NBA is pretty good too. I mean, like I feel like because the AAU circuits and stuff, like a lot of guys that are supposed to be.
Yeah, the NBA like they started looking at these kids when they're like 13. 14.
I don't know when back in the NBA,
the NBA is so reliant on size too. You know what I mean? Like if you're over 6'5" in 8th grade, you already you know what I mean. What are you gonna do, right? Yeah.
So, I feel back when you could have came out of high school, like back in the day, like mid-2000s, a lot of busts because like when you're picking somebody out of high school, it's always gonna be hard.
But I bet if you look that up,
that 1 year in college helps a lot, or like the D League.
I mean, it helps some people.
I bet a lot of
that
like
Jalen Suggs, baby, and goes that.
I bet if you look at a lot of that shit too, with the NBA, I bet a lot of those kids they bust out because they can't deal with the money. They'll do something stupid like Len Bias level shit. You know what I mean?
Oh man, R.I.P.
You know what I mean? Like, cause it's just it's so much money immediately when you're so young.
I don't want to see that Gonzaga shit, bro. I don't care.
That's all I gotta say. Is,
you have no natties in your career.
Dude. You know, I got Adam Morrison.
Should have had one last year. COVID happened. Wouldn't let us play. Beat Kansas. I guess they gave Kansas because they ended number 1. But then, dude, we got it this year. Best team ever.
I got an Adam Morrison Bobcats jersey.
Really?
Wow.
What? Dude, I got it for like $5.
Let's talk about this. Did Michael Jordan draft him
for free?
Yeah. Did Michael Jordan draft Adam Morrison?
Yeah, he did.
I think so.
God, Michael Jordan has been terrible. LaMelo's going to be his best one, but God, he's been terrible. He drafted Adam Morrison.
He drafted Emeka Okafor too, and what's his name? Kwame, right? Yeah, Kwame Brown.
No, Kwame was in Lakers.
Kwame got drafted by the Wizards, I thought.
Wizards?
Yeah, that was his first draft pick ever. Was Kwame.
He got the worst track record. He has to have the worst track record.
Yeah,
LaMelo
Ball. He drafted that kid from Wisconsin that I liked a lot too.
Frank
the Tank. Remember Frank the Tank, Josh?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
That's just the best.
3 players that I know, and he's one of them.
I think I fell in love with him and Sam Dekker way too hard, bro, because they both are not good.
Because they're both not good.
Well, Frank Kaminsky still like averages like 10, 11 points.
Adam Morrison averages like what, 25 his senior year?
Like 28.
What?
Yeah, it was something great.
Because him and JJ were going. Yeah, him and JJ were like, and JJ obviously still good.
I mean, I probably would have got him too. He averaged 28.
Can I get the Adam Morrison jersey for what size is it?
I can go double check, dude. I got it for like $5 at like a Goodwill or some shit. Dude, I got like
it's signed?
No, it's not signed. Like I'll go like if I see like a jersey for like $5 that's in good shape anywhere, like TJ Maxx or Gabe's.
Like a lot taller than you, man. It might not be as big enough.
I don't think I've ever worn it. Like I got like a 3XL like LeBron James Olympic jersey just because it was like because I just bought. You never know. Like I just snagged it, dude. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how many jerseys I bought that I've accidentally run into the person and got it signed. Like that shit happens a lot.
I should have. Yeah. There's a lot of jerseys that say a good one. I'm like, damn, I really should have bought that. I'm like, it was.
I mean, if it's $5, dude, like you know what I mean. Like, who cares?
The coolest jersey I bought was a Freddie Mitchell jersey from the Eagles.
Oh, dude, Fred X, bro.
Fred X, yeah, UCLA.
He was the shit. He was. I mean, he was.
He was all right. He was all right. You remember?
He had one good year. Didn't he go psycho?
Yeah, he's crazy, bro.
He did something fucked up, right?
He ain't crazy as your boy Kellen Winslow, but
no. He's not. That's not my boy. That's not my boy.
Josh, man, that's your boy.
That is not my boy, dude. I was looking at football cards online the other day, and I was looking. I think it was like a Darian Scott card. Do you remember Darian Scott?
Mm.
And I was like, I wonder what happened to him.
I remember from like Madden.
Yeah, and I was like, I wonder what happened to him. So I googled him, and he like tried to strangle his baby by putting him in like a trash bag or something. I was like, what? Yeah, it's weird. Like if you just like Google random, like some of these guys go crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hit to the head.
Yeah,
some of it is crazy. No help.
Wild.
Kellen Winslow, craziest player, bro, I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, he was crazy before the hits in the head. That guy was always a psycho. There's stories about him being a creep way back when he was like in high school.
Yeah, they were talking about that. Miami players are coming out now talking about. I'm like, why do they always do that now? Like 20 years later, like I saw him doing it at Miami.
I kind of get that though, because like there's dudes like I remember.
You don't want to snitch.
No, you don't. But sometimes you're like you don't think about things being like you ever look back on a dude and you're like, man, that guy was weird, but I thought he was just being funny, and then you're like, oh shit, that guy had issues.
You're right. I had some teammates like wow, I heard they did something like that makes sense. Like
but you don't really put it.
Yeah, you don't really know, but you know how they act. Yeah,
like
really crazy. Yeah,
there was one guy I went to school with, and I hope no one's. I don't think he's listening, but this is
gonna be on Spotify though. We're getting a lot more views.
I'll keep it vague. I knew a guy that would be very upset about like video games, right? You don't think nothing of it. The dude was just a sore loser. And then he went to jail for like killing a guy. And it was like, oh, well, that makes it, you know what I mean? But you don't think about and he took it to the extreme. He threw like a fridge out the window. Like it's like, you know what I mean? And at the time it's like, that's alarming, but
out the window.
Yeah. I mean, because
he was so upset.
I did keep going.
Yeah.
I mean,
but we've all done stuff like that, but that's not like psycho. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're not psychiatrists or like doctors.
Yeah,
you don't know. We just see what's going on. I mean,
exactly.
I played travel baseball with a kid that always kind of like younger girls, and he ended up dating like a 15-year-old went to jail. Like, but I just thought he liked we were in high school. He would date like he was a junior freshman. I was like, oh, I mean that's kind of weird. He's dating 14, 15-year-olds. But he's 17, and now he's still doing it. So it's like weird. He's like 30, bro. Like, you know, he's in jail now. So that's just weird. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
know. If I could have known, I could have helped out, but I didn't know. So it's like, damn. I'm not gonna say his name, obviously.
I think he could probably figure it out.
He's probably like a red dot. Like,
I mean, how many friends do you have that are pedophiles?
No, well, one. Had one. He's like a red dot in like Canada now, somewhere.
Dude, so did I tell you about the you know where I live, right? I live out I live out in the middle of nowhere. So there's a card shop that I go to, and I'm pretty tight with the owner, and he was telling me that some woman called and said, "Hey, my dude just left town. I got some cards here. Could you come tell me how much they're worth?" And he goes to the local trailer park. And he's sitting in there, and she goes, "Do you mind if I smoke?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, it's whatever." Looking through her cards, and all of a sudden, she whips out a crack pipe, dude.
Oh,
I thought that shit was hilarious. Because I saw a couple of Jordan rookies. I gave her $200 and just walked out, dude.
Jordan rookies, damn, really real?
Yeah. No, the guy had it was like $5,000 for the cards. Yeah.
I am weak. I would have been like, "What the fuck?" I would have got up, left too. I was like, "Yeah, what?"
Do you mind if I smoke? And she gets out a crack pipe,
like a cigarette or some weed. She's about to smoke. She brought a crack pipe. I would have been dying. I would have been crying. I would have been, "Yeah, I gotta go."
That shit happens all the time, dude. Around here, I'll see dudes with clear issues come in with like Zion Williamson cards and shit. It's like, "Hey, you want to buy these? I need the money now." Oh yeah.
What are they getting these cards for? Oh man, that's true. Though.
I think cards are really easy to steal, dude.
No, they are. I've seen that in Atlanta a lot, especially like downtown Atlanta. There's some crazy people out there.
And the cards are worth so much now, and they're so easy to steal. I mean, you can fit 10 cards in your pocket. You know what I mean? Like,
Some dude tried to sell me some Shaqs. Like he had a package, like a Shaq jersey, Shaq shoes, and like a Shaq card, like a package of Shaq stuff. And I almost bought it, but I don't want the Shaq shoes really. Like,
I didn't know Shaq.
Yeah, they're at Walmart.
Yeah, dude. The Shaq shoes? Oh, you did. I had a pair.
I
had a pair of the Shaq shoes.
I was like 7 years old. Like, not wearing no Shaqs right now, bro. They're roasting me for wearing
them. And I ripped a hole through them in 2 days.
I'm saying, you're not wearing them now, though.
No,
right?
Unfortunately.
I wear like 4 or 5 pairs of shoes now.
This man wears Vans, probably. That's it.
Vans, Nikes. I don't wear Jordans.
He sadly doesn't wear Days.
My Vans.
You work some K Swisses.
Mm-hmm. You ain't got no LeBron?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a pair of LeBron. I'm surprised by that.
Nike, Vans.
No KDs. KD's shoes are pretty hard.
Crocs.
First of all, the coolest basketball shoes is the T-Max, dude.
Which T-Max? You talking about the Reebok T-Max?
Dude, back in the day, the one where you took out the heel and you pumped it up for. You remember you screwed it tighter?
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you.
Yeah, those were dope, dude. Or the Dadas. Do you remember the Chris Webber shoes
with the spinners?
Those were shit. Latrell Sprewell.
Every single color.
He had.
Dude, those were dope.
Yeah,
because they were weren't they like 15? No, I'm thinking of those were dope. And then
you're talking about the one from East Bay, right?
Yeah. But
no, there was that. There were like 2 of them. My dad we were the Knicks, and my dad got me in orange and blue, and I had them. Bro. I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's dope. That's dope. Do you remember the Starburys too?
Yes,
Starburys were
dope. One of my favorite shoes was basketball shoes ever. Like this is probably when I don't know. You guys were. What was the Hirachis? The Hirachis, the Nike Hirachis. You remember the Hirachis?
Oh yeah. Those are so. They still make that.
I don't think they make them anymore. Like Kobe used to wear them. They strap them across the Nike ones, like Kobe's first ones. Those are pretty hard.
You don't have a pair. You have a pair of Yeezys?
No.
Okay.
I bought a pair of fake Yeezys.
I had some Yeezys, but he started tripping, so I had to get rid of them.
I had the Pirate Black Yeezys in the first game. I begged my dad for them. So
he started tripping, so I had to get rid of them.
Dude, you just gotta buy the fake ones, bro.
Yeah, fact. You can't tell the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you live in LA, bro. You can't wear fake stuff like that.
I live in San Diego.
Oh yeah, you live in San Diego now. You can get away there. LA, they'll be like
in Ohio, you might be get away.
Not with fake LeBrons. You can't get away with fake.
Hey,
fake LeBrons?
Y'all cool with LeBron right now? Cleveland, Ohio, y'all cool with LeBron?
Most people
still have a ill will towards him.
Some people. I mean,
I was just wondering.
Some people.
I think everybody loves LeBron from Ohio. I
feel like y'all should be cool with him now. I feel like he did everything.
Josh doesn't follow basketball that much though. So
I can tell you though that not everybody loves LeBron.
Not everybody, but
that's not even like a basketball question. That's like their biggest star ever. So it's like
when he leaves, he's just like I don't know. It's like he leaves an exploding fire. See ya.
I feel like he does leave. A lot of things get like you guys lose a lot. Like not lose, but like I mean, a lot of things are not coming to Cleveland because LeBron left. Like that's TNT. That's not coming there. TNT will be in Cleveland at least 5-6 times a year. When LeBron's out there, that's 5-6 times.
Hey, as long as y'all got the Browns running, that's all that matters. That's all people can see.
If the Browns win the bowl, it would be crazy. Now that would go crazy.
I'll be. If the Browns go to Super Bowl, I'm going with Josh. I'm going with.
That'd be wild, dude.
I'm saying
that would be wild.
I'll be there, Josh. We can get lit. I'll be there. We're talking.
Dude, I'm down. I think Donovan and I are going to go to the draft.
If they allow fans in the stadium, I'm coming to like 2 Browns games for sure.
Am I going to the draft?
I thought you said that. You said you were going.
You gotta ask Jeff for my media credentials. I'm not Josh Keatley, man. I'm not a big star like.
I don't have any media credentials. I thought we were just gonna go and be fan. I can ask him. I can see him.
Oh man, Jeff was talking about getting credentials. So Mac said he was too.
He did.
Yeah, dude. Breaking news.
No shit. All right, this is going on for 2 hours. Plus, we're starting to talk about stuff that no one cares about.
Are we on for 2 hours? Oh, I didn't even know this. All right.
This is the Browns Wire podcast. Follow us on Twitter. Give us a like, listen, review. This will be out Wednesday morning because I got to edit it for Tuesday. And we can follow me at Josh Keatley 16. Donovan, where can they follow you at?
Yeah, follow me on Twitter at Don James Sports. The name remains the same. We're doing a live feed tomorrow for the 2 March Madness games. Go Zags. Shout out to Derek for being on this show. I really appreciate him coming on, man, talking, giving little tidbits and things about that. Days of Cal, days of high school.
You know, hey, no problem. Hey, anytime you want to have me on.
And also, yeah, we got something brewing, man. We're gonna get the band back together soon. So just wait on it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
We need to. I like this. Like, this is cool. We're talking. We got talking. Bring some people on. Talk. I like this. This is so cool.
Once
I texted Eric, but he was busy.
Yeah, he's got his son.
Fan.
Yeah, once Darius retweets this, he's verified on Instagram and Twitter, so we'll be straight.
All right, Darius, where can they follow you at?
You can follow me at _moneyda on Twitter. That is _moneyda. And the kid.da on Instagram, the kid.da. And yeah, man, I appreciate you guys so much. I love coming in and talking with you guys. Conversation.
Anytime.
Zach Wilson, QB1. Remember it.
You're out.